The hell are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
I'm vengeance. What's up, guys? AW Aaron Warder. It's Friday night. What's up? How you all doing? I hope you're all doing fine. Oh, he probably hit a home run. I knew he hit a home run. Oh my god, damn it. Okay, whatever. I'm checking his sports score. Sports, sorry. But yeah, how y'all guys doing? There's massive news. Before I get into the topic at hand, I want you to bear with me. I kind of have a headache, not an overbearing headache, not a migraine, but more one of those fatigue headaches where you're tired. That give you, when you're tired, your eyes are a little bit watery. That kind of headache, and it's obviously from sleep. That's going to bed late last night, which I did later than usual. That's because I did watch the last 4 episodes of Secret Invasion last night. Okay. Last 4 episodes of Secret Invasion last night. And I watched the last 3 episodes of season 3 of The Witcher also. So that's contributing to my fatigue headache. So obviously I'll be fine. I'll probably be fine tomorrow. It goes away with that. I'm not sick or anything. I'm just I'm fine. So just bear with me. If I'm not like my energetic self, that's the reason why. Okay, that's the reason why. Hello, Anthony. Okay, so just bear with me. All right, try to get through the stream as best as I can. Because if I put on my camera, you would just saw me rub my eyes. Okay, so so I'm gonna do the best as I can. Okay. So that's the reason why. Stay up to watch the last 4 episodes of Secret Invasion and the last 3 episodes of Witcher Season 3. Contribute to my lack of sleep and contribute to my sleep headache. I call it sleep headache, whatever it's called. And so I'm drinking right now. Not alcohol. Okay. Let's get to top now. Like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. If you're new here, subscribe. If you like, just thumbs it, whatever. And share this out on all your social media platforms: Twitter, Facebook, Threads, I don't know, Instagram, whatever platform you're able to share this out with, or you can just tell people by word of mouth. I'll get some sleep tonight. Don't worry, I'll be gone tomorrow. Or just by word of mouth, by friends, colleagues, family, just stuff like that. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this stream. Yeah, man. I went to bed later than usual last night. I shouldn't have. I usually have a schedule. I'm usually on schedule going to sleep. And last night I've kind of swayed away from that schedule just for last night because I wanted to watch The Witcher and Secret Invasion stuff. I shouldn't have. I should have watched some of Secret Invasion, finished that. Some of the episodes, first maybe 2 episodes of Secret Invasion, and then watch Secret Invasion, the last 2 episodes today, and some Witcher episodes today, and some tomorrow. But I didn't. I binge watched the rest of Secret Invasion and the last 3 episodes of The Witcher. And yeah, it is. And this is the price. Hey, George. Okay. On the other hand, yeah, you know what? We all need sleep. We do end up on here way too much. Again, George, don't you with all the kids running around, with all the kids you take care of, don't you want to take a nap? Oh, 8 to 6. Yeah, I would want to take a nap, man, after that. Woke up before and been out of work at work from 8 to 6. Wow, that's long hours. That's really long hours. All right, all right. Oh, I'm just stretching. I hate AM. I hate AM stuff. I mean, I used to have college classes at 8 a.m. I hate school at 8 a.m., man. I really hate it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try. Okay, let's get on with this. So, okay, yes, Sony has been making some moves today in their movie department, their film department, their film Sony Film Studios has been. Yeah, it does. AM work is bad. The best time to work, really, I'll say this, it's really like 10 or 11 to to like 4 or 5 because because you're really tired early in the morning. You don't feel like working. You're really tired. 10 to like 3 or 4, you're like in your, that's when you're mostly awake, right? And then after that, when it went 5 or 6, there's the nights, there's stuff you want to do at night, right? Have dinner, watch TV, go to movies, stuff like that. So like a perfect time to work is really between like 10 and 4 or 10 and 5. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I've done that a couple times before. But okay. So yeah, Sony's been making moves in their film studios from their films for their films, not their video games. I'm pretty sure Spider-Man 2 is still gonna happen. Yeah, 10 to 5 is probably good. Yeah, I could take that. Okay. Definitely. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay. Son has been, yes. So Sony has been pushing and announcing dates, pushing back dates for their movies, not and actually announcing some dates for a movie. Yes, they did. This is a ticking time. This is a bomb. This is the first studio right now to do this. Okay, this is the first studio to make all these moves. Okay. See, I could do 11 to 6. I could do 11 to 6. I could do that. Okay. So yes. Now now we have to wait a full year for Kraven. Well, almost a full year. 10 months. 10 months for Kraven. Kraven the Hunter. We just saw a trailer like I don't know how long ago, a month, 3 weeks ago. I don't know, man. We just saw a trailer for that movie, and you know my thoughts on the trailer. I didn't really like it. I thought it's so weird, the trailer. But this movie's been pushed back to August. Now let me get it. Oh, it says here. It says here. Whoops. August 30th, 2024. I'm sorry. August 30th, 2024. Okay. Now Craven, it could be setting himself up for failure right now. Like Anthony says, I don't know. It, it, I think it would. I honestly think if it releases October, I think it would. I don't know how good it would do, but I think it would have done better. And I think it would have done better in October 2023 because Then yes, they went to press tour. That's what they're delaying everything. It's the strikes. The strike is the reason they're delaying everything. But I think it would do better in October 2023 than August 2024 because of some other things that Sony has. Well, so and this doesn't give me confidence in the Spider-Man verse even more because I'm gonna gloss over Venom, but they haven't pushed back Madam Reb. Okay, Madam Reb, Madam Reb is still in its release date. Okay, they still have to release it. Hey Arkham, they still have the release date intact. Okay, release date intact, and that's worrying to me. That's a worrying sign to me. That means to me, I feel like I have no confidence in that movie. If that movie bombs, yeah, see, like that still doesn't have any confidence. They blind, even if it gets moved up 2 days, even a week, there's no confidence in that movie. Okay, it's to me, there's no, they don't. To me, that's not confidence in that movie from Sony. And when I see that, it means why as fans have confidence in Madam Reb? I mean, yes, the Spider-Man stuff Sony has been doing outside of the MCU stuff, yes. We never really had confidence in the first place, but this is really not really a good sign. Okay? That means this is just showing that they don't have any confidence in this movie. Okay. I'm not saying it's gonna be worse than Morbius, but like maybe Morbius. And to me, this is kind of domino effect on the rest of the Sony Spider-Man movies down the line because Venom 3 they said Venom 3 is coming out July 12th, 2024. 2024. Madam Web blows sucks. Wouldn't we be confident in Venom 3? Okay? And Venom Not Just Be Carnage, I liked it for a little bit. It wasn't a great comic book movie. It was whatever. But there's some people who didn't like it. Let's be honest. Right? Oh, awesome. Go, George. Hope you enjoy the movie tomorrow. I don't have the confidence. And then Venom 3, and then with Kraven, if Venom 3 bombs, okay? If Madam Web and Kraven and Venom 3 does not do well, and to me, I don't have any confidence in Madam Web right now. I don't think they have any confidence either. Otherwise, because they moved up 2 days, but they're not pushing it back. It's like they don't care. They don't care. They move everything back because they hope for strikes to be reached so they can have, press and all that to promote the movie, right? Stuff like that. Yeah, it did. So I don't think so. If Madam Web and Venom 3 don't do well, Kraven Hunter is not going to do well. It's the DC effect. Okay, look. The Batman did very, very well. Batman's a bigger brand, one of the biggest brands of DC, but it was not connected to DCU. And I think even general audiences, even though it didn't get to 800 million, I think the general audiences, Batman, they all knew Batman, but I think they realized that let's give the general audience a little bit more credit. Aside sometimes some movie talk, I think we kind of underestimate the knowledge of the general audience sometimes. So let's be careful with that at times. But I think they knew that Batman was not part of this extended universe. Okay, and then after we got Black Adam bombed, Shazam bombed, Flash bombed. Okay, Blue Beetle's not tracking very well either. So the Sony Spider-Man universe in the DC, before James Gunn take over, before he's resetting it and whatever, they're very comparable, right? They're comparable. Even though some of the Sony movies, I mean, the first Venom movie made money, but they're very comparable. You know what I mean? Like, outside of Tom Holland, like that doesn't count. Like, I know Sony made the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, but let's be honest, that's more of the MCU Disney effect, right? Okay. And yes, it will. Agreed. Okay, I agree. Okay. So I'm You could press store all you want. I know the reason delay is because of strikes, and maybe I don't know. Like this, like the strikes right now on the writers and actors right now. These things are not even negotiating with the studios, guys. Okay, they're not even the studios. The studios are making themselves even look worse. You see what Netflix has been with job applications out there. You see what's been reported, stuff like that. They said they're not planning to delay Dune soon. That's what they said as of now. But you've seen what some of these studios have currently open for jobs. Okay? You've seen it. And like okay. Now Venom 3. Venom 3, they said I have a question about Venom 3. I know they got a director, Tom Hardy's coming back, but they planned this movie for July 12th. One problem. First of all, you're on strike. The actors are on strike. One problem, I don't even think they started pre-production on it. I think they just have Tom Hardy coming back. I don't know what, did they have announced a villain? Oh, have they announced a villain? I don't remember. Nah, they said the Marvels is gonna stay. But like Venom 3, I don't even think they started anything on it. And remember, Venom 3 came out 2021, and I don't Venom 3 even start filming? Let me see. Maybe it did. I don't know. Maybe I'll be on the loop. Maybe I'll be a little um I'm sorry. Maybe it did. Okay, what happened? So Venom 3 um did start filming. But here's the thing. Principal photography began on June 26, 2023 at Los Matos in Spain. Okay, in Spain. Deadpool may have a chance. Thunderbolts, I agree with you. Okay, so as well as the Cavalier Regional Park. And the actor strike in mid-July resulted in filming being halted. Shooting is expected to also take place in London. So they just barely started filming, and they expect this movie to release in July 2023. Does Sony expect this to be a labor agreement relatively quick in the next 2 or 3 months? Because I could tell you from what I'm saying, hey, they're not going to get a deal in 2 or 3 months. Okay, they're not going to get a deal in 2 or 3 months. They're not even negotiating, man. They're not even talking to the studios. They're not gonna. I'm telling you, Venom 3. I'm telling you right now, that's gonna be delayed again. You heard it here, folks. Venom 3 will be delayed. I like that, George. You hear me? What do you guys think? You think Venom 3 will get delayed? I think it will, because they did like 1% of filming. Like I understand Gran Turismo being pushed back 2 weeks. It's not one of the big Sony films. I mean, I know Gran Turismo has a big fan base in terms of whatever, but let's be honest. When we're talking about August movies, people are not talking about Gran Turismo, right? We're all talking. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Turtles, which remember, Turtles does not come out on Thursday and Friday. It's actually a Wednesday release date next week. It's getting out. Remember, sometimes movies come out Wednesday. That's Turtles. Yes, he did. But I like Ryan Coogler. I thought he's a good director. But I kind of agree with Son here. This Kraven should not be a Black Panther villain. Yes, agreed. Oh, let me tell you something. Okay. Okay. So it's gonna get delayed. Yes, Brian. It has even they barely started filming and they're on strike. They have to get a deal done. They have to get a deal done like the next couple of months, and then they could go back to filming. So if they get a deal done next week, I think that release date is could happen possibly. But if this and but this we're not blind here. There's no progress for both the writers and actors and the studios. There's no progress being made. Those unions in the studios. There's no progress. I mean, when's the report coming out from whatever trade that says the studios plan to meet with the heads of SAG-AFTRA and the Writers Guild? We haven't seen a report, right? The writers have been on strike, what, 2 or 3 months, going almost on 4 months now? There's been no reports of them planning to meet with the heads of them. The studios don't give a damn about them. The studios see actors and, well, majority of actors, let's be honest, the large percentage of actors as, soldiers, wasted. They just use you as soldiers or just regular employees, right? See, if they meet in October, that's a problem, Blinded. That's a problem. That they shouldn't wait that long to meet. They should. No. Look, I think people don't really understand what AI is. AI does not think for itself, guys. This is look. AI does not think for himself. Okay. Do you know what? Okay. Ultra does not think for themselves. So they can't really come up with ideas, okay? I tried ChatGPT, and you want to know something? All the ideas from ChatGPT came from humans. Yes, they are. Yeah, they are. So see, this is a problem, Blinded. In October. Why not now? Why not now? Because you know what? They think these WGA is gonna cave in, and SAG's gonna cave in, right? But why they're planning to delay all these movies, and maybe other studios will delay all these movies, we're not gonna make any money from the box office. Now, have you noticed when we're talking about the studios being greedy, not Amazon and Apple are not mentioned there? And I know Amazon are not movies. Well, they do have movies on their services, but not in theaters. But you know what? Amazon and Apple are not mentioned there because Amazon and Apple, their most of their money is their income is not. It's not from it's not from television and movies. You know what? Right? Amazon's income is from delivery, shipping, stuff like that. Prime. Apple's their money comes from. Well, this is not an Apple phone, but you get the idea. You get the idea. Like the okay. I did send. Did I send links to you guys? Oh, I didn't. Yes, Sony's getting Allen Iverson. I'm sorry. I thought I sent a link to you guys. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I mean, the StreamYard link. Yeah, exactly. If you're free to come on. Exactly. Oh, and it did come out this week that the studios are talking with the theater heads, right? Okay. Come on when you can, Blinded. I know, blinded. We I know blind. This is a little bit of a tangent. This is a little bit off, but we cannot get Twisted Metal here on Peacock. We don't get Peacock in Canada, but it's on Paramount Plus in Canada. I don't have Paramount Plus, honestly, but we have to wait till like August 10th. Blinded. Twisted Metal comes in August 10th on Paramount Plus, and me and Blind are like, nah, we're gonna watch it for free. No, it's not good for theaters. The theater heads might say, you know what? Please don't. The theater heads. Um, it's okay, George. Theater heads might say the ones, the big theater chains. The small theater chains may suffer. I feel, the small theater chains definitely suffered through the pandemic. So did some of the big theater chains. So these theater chains, more than the big theater chains, need these blockbuster movies to come out. Okay, this year. Okay, they're probably like, please don't delay Dune. Please don't delay Dune, because Dune 1 was very well received, but nominated a bunch of awards at the Oscars. They're probably like, don't delay Dune, please. Don't delay Dune. I think so. I don't remember, George. It's a good question. Wonder Woman 84 made a mistake of waiting a year, but it's probably very good it did, whatever. Black Widow got screwed, though. Black Widow was supposed to come out April 2020. That movie got screwed. So the little small theater chains might be like, please don't delay these movies, these big movie theater movies. Up to probably like Dune 2, please don't delay. I know Dune 2 was a theatrical and also day and day because of the Warner Bros. 2021. You get it on. You can go to the theater or see it on Max or whatever Crave, right? Okay, but overall that movie was very well received. Got nominated Oscars. They're probably, please don't delay Dune 2. Kids like. They might have to rely on the Marvels, and honestly, you do not need to see Secret Invasion to know anything about the Marvels, really, all that much. Except for Samuel L. Jackson's going to be in it. That's it, as we know. But it's like the thing was, the Marvels could do very well. The reason why is I don't underestimate. I mean, Brie Larson. That's why people hate her so much and people like her. She has that. It's not aura, but she has that talk around her, right? Whether it's positive or negative. Oh yeah. By the way, Barbie's gonna cost $1 billion. Barbie's gonna make over $1 billion. Yes. Yeah. My belly blinded. I know. I mean, I don't know. Like I have a headache, and I feel so. All of a sudden, I feel all my energy's coming out. Like what the hell?
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah. You know what? Like, did you listen to the early part of my show? Why?
Yeah, because you didn't sleep, right?
Yeah, because I watched the last 4 episodes of Secret Invasion, and then the last 3
Right.
episodes of Witcher season 3.
Damn. How late were you up?
Oh, till like 3 a.m. maybe.
Oh man.
I'll tell you one thing. Like, I'll say this: Witcher season 3, the second part was just a letdown. The first 5 episodes was a great build up. Then the second part,
It just fell apart.
kind of, yeah. And Secret Invasion, look, the middle episodes, I didn't think they were terrible, but like until I saw the finale, oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, I quit at the first episode because to me it was just really boring.
So the thing is, I don't know if anybody has seen Secret Invasion. I don't know if I want to spoil it here. I don't think George has seen it, but okay. I know, Blind, you don't care about spoilers. So this is a spoiler warning. If you don't care, Rhodey, right? Rhodey has been caught by the Skrulls, and and you see him. If you see him in the trailer, right? He's like an advisor to the president, right? But that's a Skrull Rhodey, right? Advisor to the president. He's really on Gravik's side. That's Skrull Rhodey. But you see the last episode, him finally be released, right? Right. Same with Martin Freeman's character, right?
Oh, what's
Ross,
up, George?
Everett Ross, right? Because Everett Ross was in the first episode as he saw, right? But that was a scroll. He was also
Right.
he was the original one was captured too. So I'm like, so many question marks. When and this the idiot. I mean the fucking. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's the director or the writer came out saying that. Oh yeah, I think Rhodey's been a scroll since Civil War. I'm like, fucking no, he wasn't.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do. Is Rhodey got kidnapped when he got injured, and they
And I
swapped
think
him
that's
out when he was in the
bullshit.
hospital.
Why would he help the
Because
Avengers then? Why would he help the Avengers if that's the case? He could take them out.
well, I mean, the thing is, I mean, that was like in the comic, right? Like no one knew that
Yeah, I know.
Jessica Drew was a Skrull for a long time. So I mean, I think it's going to be like that. It kind of makes some sense. I was seeing some comments. People were talking about how
No,
having him basically be taken away in Civil War means that Armor War would deal with the fact that Tony's dead and he didn't know about it, right? So it
yeah.
might be interesting in that regard. I mean, I'm not that interested in these Marvel shows. I mean, I'm excited for Loki season
No,
2,
no. I'm
but
telling you,
everything else I don't really
this
care
show,
about.
this show is more proof that the MCU is disorganized.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
rest in peace, MCU. You will be missed.
No,
No,
Yeah, I mean, unless they
it's
have
like-
some good projects, but yeah.
So the question now.
listen. That this episode. Wait, am I echoing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Kind of.
Oh crap!
Do you see the whole thing, George?
I've only seen episode 1. Hold on, let me fix
well,
this.
The thing is, I'll say it's also Martin Freeman's character Ross was captured too. So we saw Ross of Black Panther 2. Was that a scroll or not? Or where did Black Panther 2 take place in the timeline? They forgot to give timelines now. Like they used to do that in Marvel movies.
Well, that's the one I'm confused about because I haven't seen anyone mention any like, oh, like he's wearing the same outfit from this movie.
Yes.
Right. So it seems a little confusing with Rhodey though. He had the hospital gown, and so people are saying, oh well, he was in the hospital in Civil War, so it would kind of make sense if they took him around that time.
He was in Avengers compound at the end.
Well, right. Which I mean, yeah, he was. He had the legs, but I mean, in that movie, he obviously gets injured, and he had to go to the hospital. So I'm going to assume that's probably when it happened.
Oh my god, rewriting MCU canon. Oh my goodness. Listen, how is it that you make something that's got worse reviews than the worst DC EU movies? Good lord.
Well, I mean, that is the Secret Invasion story, which I mean was never great. If we're being honest, it's just a really good idea. That's
mean, listen, they're basically rewriting MCU history. I'm sorry that like if you're saying that Rhodey's been a Skrull since Civil War, so basically. You just ruin the impact of Tony's death.
Here's the thing.
You ruin that scene where Rhodey is realizing that his friend is dying.
Tony Stark is very intelligent. I think he would know something different.
Well,
I know they mimic.
But isn't that the thing though? Yeah, like Skrulls mimic to almost like a T, right? So,
but you can always tell somebody's like, even though there's always one thing like, I think in one of the episodes. I forget who. Like the Skrull was mimicking somebody, but it was figured out that it wasn't that person because there was something like that person specifically does, the real person specifically does. Oh, for example, in this show, I forget which episode. Somebody called Furry Nick, right? And I think Rhodey called him. Yeah, I forget who. I forget which episode. So I'll be called Furry Nick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody he knows close to, right? And that person close to him would call him call him Furry, not Nick.
Right.
So there's always somebody's gonna screw up, you know?
Right, some slip up.
Yeah, slip up. Yeah,
basically. Which that's what the show should have explored.
Yes.
Like it should have been like in the beginning. Either it was revealed right away that Rhodey was a Skrull, and the show deals with, oh snap, there's actually some Avengers that have been replaced by Skrulls, and Nick Fury's trying to figure out when it happened and why they're doing this. I think that would have been a more interesting idea for a show, at least.
Yes, that's what he turns out to feel Rhodey.
Oh man,
Can you
All,
imagine?
all I can say is like
that'd be
this
crazy.
whole delay thing. It's like right after Barbenheimer, like right when you think, oh, things are starting to go right for the theaters again. Oh boy, delays are happening again.
200. That's gonna make $1 billion. Barbenheimer's gonna make. Well, Barbie's gonna make.
Barbie's gonna make $1 billion.
Oppenheimer's not gonna make
Yeah.
$1 billion. It's not gonna make $1 billion.
It's not going to make $1 billion, but it might make 700 million, which is pretty good.
That'd be really good. That
Turtles.
movie deserves all the money in the world
I
because
think Trolls is gonna do.
Yeah,
I heard
it is a
Trolls
good
has.
movie.
I think Trolls is gonna do very well. Like
Turtles. I haven't seen the projections for that. I hope it does well because it's getting good reviews, and I'm
Yeah.
excited to see it.
and remember, it doesn't come out Thursday, Friday like a lot of movies. It comes out Wednesdays
Right.
or this next week. Because sometimes films do come out on Wednesdays. Very rarely, but
Right.
they do.
I've been going to the movies a lot. I just
No.
watched
It's not.
Talk to Me,
Did you see?
and then
Yo, there's this movie based on Beanie Babies on Apple. I'm like, what the fuck?
oh man. Also, I got to watch My Adventures of Superman, which I think there was some controversy going on with this
Yes.
episode.
Oh, I
So-
didn't see it. Yeah, so like
It's a good show though.
as I was saying, I'm not confident in the Sony, the Spider stuff. We'll get to Spider-Verse. I haven't talked about that. But when I see Madame Web not being moved up 2 days or not being moved up, like 2 days is nothing, right?
I think they just moved it up to Valentine's Day to market it better.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
do
To me, they really don't have fully confidence in it.
Honestly,
Probably.
honestly, they can delay the Sonyverse to 2030 for all I care. These movies are useless and pointless. They're wasting characters that should be in Spider-Man movies.
And I think
Right.
I'm sorry. Like honestly, the only loss that I see right here getting delayed is Beyond the Spider-Verse. Everything else that can get canceled for all I care. I mean, that sounds mean to me, but it's like this universe is pointless.
That's the news nobody wanted to hear. Was Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yes,
Well, I
Beyond
think we all knew though.
Yeah,
Deep
but
down,
like,
it was going to get delayed.
we deep down, but like that's like the most beloved Sony Spider-Man movie outside MCU.
But here's the thing: even before all the strikes and stuff, I think people had a feeling that was going to get delayed because they were talking about how they were rushing across the Spider-Verse. So honestly, that was not the surprise.
That movie might come out if we do the math. That movie might come out in 2027, maybe even later than that.
Oof!
'Cause it took them quite a while to make Across the Spider-Verse. It's almost been 5 years.
So I have all
So-
all the lists of comic book movies that come out in 2024, and we're gonna go
Right.
down. So there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So all the 7, we're gonna say, where do you think it's gonna be delayed? Okay, Madam Web, I don't think it's gonna be delayed. I think that's stuck.
Mhm.
That should burn in
Right,
hell.
yeah.
Yeah, Deadpool 3, I think that could be delayed.
I think that was a mistake moving that up.
Yeah. Because
that's like one of the only ones I'm excited for.
So the
Yeah,
only
same.
way they made it, they could keep, because I think it's gonna be delayed, but I think there's a chance it could stay if they get a deal done in the next 2 or 3 months. If not, I agree with you guys. Like I 100% agree.
If a deal gets done the next few months, it could probably come out still in November or December.
Yeah. So Venom
Yeah.
3 is gonna get delayed because they barely started filming.
Right. Well, and
I
you
mean-
were saying that this movie might flop. I was telling Anthony in the comments, I don't think it's going to flop if it has Spider-Man. I don't think it's going to be Tom. If it has any sort of form of Spider-Man, it doesn't have to be Tom Holland.
Dude,
I don't think this movie's going to flop.
if they're building up that universe, they have to have a Spider-Man eventually. Like
Well, have you
sorry.
seen the rumored plot? It's very weird. The rumored plot is that he's protecting a younger Peter Parker.
Venom.
Who got it from Spider-
Yeah. And Madam Web is supposed to protect the parents of Peter Parker.
Right. It's kind of actually it's very similar to Madam Web.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's true. It'd be interesting, but I would rather just have, Peter Parker as Spider-Man fighting Venom.
Great.
It's
The
Venom
plot sounds
3.
like nonsense.
Captain America 4.
Yeah.
Captain America 4, July 26th. I still think, to me, that's 50-50. they still have to do like Deadpool. They do have to do the reshoots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that could be pushed back to. I think that could still be a 2024. I think
But-
Deadpool 3 and Captain America 4 could still be a 2024 movie date, but pushed back.
I think Captain America is the only one that's probably going to be safe for 2024. If anything, they're probably going to delay that later in the year.
Yeah,
And and that might not even be because of reshoots, but because of promotion and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. But I think Captain America 4 is going to come out in May in its original release date. I just have a feeling that's what's going to happen.
Here's the thing: I can see if the Marvels gets delayed, I can see the Marvels getting a May or July release date for next year.
Man, they were supposed to have they were supposed to come out this month. They were Marvels would have got destroyed this month. They're smart. They were really smart.
Oh my god!
I think the Marvels is going to make $600 million. I don't think this is going to make a lot of money.
If the Marvels had come out in July, I think I would have skipped it in theaters because there were way more things to watch in July.
And so we got Kraven the Hunter's been pushed back basically a year. Basically a year, 11. Yeah, a year. Well, a year, 13 months because August. And that movie's done, unless they've been doing some reshoots or whatever. And Joker 2 is getting October 4th. I think
I wish they moved that up.
I honestly think that's going to keep its release date because they got done filming it, and by then a deal should probably be done.
And Thunderbolt.
I feel like that movie should have come out in February. I think it would have done really well in February.
Thunderbolts.
I don't know.
Thunderbolts
is going to 2025 That didn't start filming. And that's another one that honestly, is that really necessary?
At this rate,
it's like I'm honestly looking at these delays, and compared to the movies that were getting delayed due to COVID, it's like some of these movies. It's like, am I really missing out on these movies? I mean, I feel like I'll miss out on Deadpool 3 and Beyond the Spider-Verse, but the Marvels, am I really missing out on the Marvels?
Not really. I mean, that last trailer was so bad.
Marvel.
Not even
I'll tell you why you might have to see the Marvels. If you watch Shang-Chi, the connection with Shang-Chi and Miss Marvel, with the rings and
do you really need to watch it? Can't you just get a summary of that? And then you can just watch the next of it.
Well, no. Well, here's the thing. I'm not saying I'm never gonna watch it, but it's like, should I just wait for Disney Plus for this, or should I bother spending my money? Because the thing is, I want to support the theaters, but here's the thing: if Dune Part 2 does not get delayed, or Hunger Games doesn't get delayed in November, and the Marvels doesn't get delayed, I'm gonna give my money to Dune and Hunger Games before I give it to the Marvels because I'm more excited for those movies. Even if Hunger Games doesn't turn out to be a good movie, at least I'm still excited for it based on the trailers, and I did enjoy the book. Now the movie could be bad, but again, because I like the book, there's at least interest in going to see it. And I'm missing Hunger Games movies in theaters, even though the last two were messy. I still love the first two.
Right.
Yeah, Blinded, is that your new avatar for your upcoming show?
Yes, this is the new avatar. It's like a Metroid ancient armor from.
When you debut Monday?
Is it Monday? Yeah, it is Monday. Yes.
All I can say is I'm glad we at least were able to get Oppenheimer and Mission Impossible and Barbie before this craziness began.
Yeah. This month was pretty good. I feel like for movies,
because there's some because literally we got some great movies that came out earlier this year, like John Wick Chapter 4, Across the Spider-Verse, Dead Reckoning Part 1, and now Oppenheimer. It's I think we were kind of lucky that we didn't miss those movies.
I'm sure Mask Man was dead wrong on Mission Impossible. It was way wrong on that movie.
What do they say? What do they say about Mission Impossible?
I don't think it's even going to make 700.
No,
that's a shame. Great movies should make great money.
Well, we said this when it came after it came out. It was positioned poorly. It should have come in August. I feel like there's not really a lot of big competition.
He should have betted on this.
Honestly, I feel like if it came out in August, it would have gotten delayed because the thing is, this was one of the last movies to have a premiere and interviews with. And you know,
Well,
Tom
they could have
Cruise, that would
they could have set
have
it up
driven Tom
everything.
Cruise insane if it got delayed again.
Right. I don't know. I think it would have done much better, and it's not like Blue Beetle or Gran Turismo are gonna make.
Oh, it would have. It
Yes.
would have. It absolutely would have made
Yeah.
more money.
Gran
but I'm saying-
Turismo was pushed back 2 weeks.
Right.
Where are
Which
they
was
afraid of Blue
weird.
Beetle? Like, it's not gonna make a difference. Like, I don't know. There's no big hype about Gran Turismo movie. I'm sorry. Like, I don't.
Right.
There's no hype for it.
There's no hype
Like-
for Blue Beetle either. But I'm seeing a lot of advertisements in Toronto. Have you noticed that?
Yes. Oh, because Warner Brothers does a lot of advertising for their stuff in Toronto.
Yeah, I was like confused. I was like, it's on
Yeah.
buses and stuff, and I'm like,
I'll probably see Blue Beetle on $5 movie ticket day on Tuesday.
Yeah, blinded. Warner Brothers does a lot of advertising for their films in Toronto. They do that.
I feel like it's gonna flop in
Wonderful
Toronto.
Studios.
Like, I don't think a lot of people in the city would care for that movie, to be honest.
Blue Beetle? Like, who the hell's
Yeah.
Blue Beetle?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
on top of
I
that, too, we don't have. It's not like we have a big
I mean,
Hispanic
Barbie-
population, right?
they had like a Barbie had like a press tour in Toronto, like before the movie
Yeah,
came out.
which makes sense. I mean, there's 2 actors who are Canadian, and
Well,
you know, makes
Black
sense.
Adam did too. Like,
That was weird, but yeah.
I mean,
they
Miss
did
Marvel did. Like Disney doesn't really do it, but Miss Marvel, I think they did have one of the premieres in Toronto because I think the actress, well, it's from Markham, from our neck of woods.
Yeah.
Like, makes sense, right? So yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's the point of moving Gran Turismo 2 weeks back. You're not gonna.
I don't see what the point of that was. They already did all the marketing and interviews for it.
I think they're gonna experiment and use like early screenings as their promotion. They're gonna see if this works before.
Yeah, because it has a limited release.
When was the last time a good race car movie did very well? Besides, I'm not Fast and Furious doesn't count.
For the Ferrari.
Oh yeah, but
That did pretty good.
That had a great story behind it. But this story is a bunch of kids racing. Like, who cares? Like,
I'm curious to see how that movie does. Maybe they delayed it and it might actually do pretty well because in September, like, what is there? I mean, you got the creator, right? But
I mean, Ford Ferrari was a great movie, but Ford Ferrari had a great director.
Yeah.
But this movie, like, I mean, God, I hope this movie is not like. Look, I just don't want it to be for Need for Speed because that was so bad.
Oh yeah, that was really bad.
And that movie, I'll give that movie credit. It had a great cast, supporting cast. Like Aaron Paul to me was the weakest part. Honestly, I think.
Yeah, that movie was just such a mess.
Aaron Paul hasn't been a good actor. Like Aaron Paul, he's not a bad actor, but I think
he's not a movie actor. That's the problem.
No, he's decent on Westworld when he was on the last 2 seasons, and he's obviously Breaking Bad, right? But like in that movie,
he was just in Black Mirror, and the episode that he was in was probably the best episode that season.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And like that movie with Need for Speed had Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
it had Michael Keaton. Okay. Rami Malek, but Rami Malek wasn't overly huge at the time. Like he was known, you could see him in other movies, right? Like he was in movies I recognize. But I think he was doing like the Robot show at the time, maybe, or
Mr. Robot. Yeah, that's a great show, by the way.
But you've seen him in movies. He was like, if you know, the most notorious movie I know him from is from the Night at the Museum movies. He was the Mummy.
Oh yeah.
There's Dakota Johnson, right?
He's in Oppenheimer, but he's not in Oppenheimer a lot. Like he has he shows up in the beginning. He doesn't really say anything, and then he comes back during the Senate trial or the Congress trial.
Yeah, Oppenheimer's honestly, Oppenheimer's got like the biggest crazy cast ever. I mean, you got Roderick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Josh Nichols from Drake and Josh in there.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I mean,
you got that Canadian guy.
Yes, that's a goat move right there.
But
there's
I have
a lot of
question for you
actors in that
guys. I have a question for you guys. Did he mention the Canadians? Because Canadians did help with the atomic bomb.
Not really.
No,
of course
not that I remember. Yeah.
No, I don't remember any mention.
Because they did. If you know the history, Canada did help with the atomic bomb.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Because some of the material they needed came from Canada.
Right.
Because if you know North America, I'll tell you, North America compared to any other continent has almost every single natural resource there is.
Right.
It's like the only content has every single resource.
Right. The movie's more focused on Oppenheimer and his personal relationships, because the movie is about like how
I
they
know.
smeared him as a communist and him building the bomb. I mean, him building the bomb is really like I want to say it's like maybe an hour and a half of the movie, and the rest is like just about the trial and stuff and his personal
Was
life. So,
was Fatos pissed off? Can you remember from Eternals? Remember from
oh
Eternals,
man,
Fatos was so devastated when the Americans used the atomic bomb because he's the one who
right,
apparently gave the gift of technology to the humans.
right, which is
I mean, I
the
understand.
more that I think about Eternals, the more it makes no sense.
I was watching Secret Invasion. I'm like, my God, graphics basically Zod. Graphic is
Oh
Zod.
god, oh man,
All
oh
I can
What the
say is I would have laughed if Josh, like, if they make memes with Josh Peck saying the atomic bomb is spherical. Spherical.
I'm gonna say it right here, George and Blind. A lot of Marvel stuff they steal from DC Comics. Majority of the stuff, their ideas, they steal from DC Comics.
oh man.
Come on,
I mean, to be fair, Jack Kirby, I mean, he
yeah, he did
went
both.
to DC. And yeah, he was writing, or he was on Thor, then left Marvel, did New
I mean,
Gods, then left DC, and then did
I
Eternals.
have a question. If they do the right Martian storyline, they shapeshift, right? Because Martians can shapeshift. You can't do this exact same thing like the Secret Invasion. You can't do that. Don't copy
Oh,
that, please.
you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Peacemaker did an alien invasion, Secret
Yeah,
Invasion story better than Secret Invasion. Is that funny? That's just like,
yes.
what the hell? So bizarre.
Now we got Super Scroll or Gaia. Super Scroll. That's just every single Avengers
Yeah,
power. You want to hear an
that was
explanation?
stupid.
So you want to hear an explanation? They got the how they got the powers. So Nick Fury has a cleanup crew to gather up all the blood of all the spilled Avengers blood during the Battle of Earth, which is from the Endgame, right? Right.
Mhm.
That's what he did, and he put it on one vial, so whatever, right, for super soldier stuff like that. I'm like, and then the super squad basically has every ability of every spilled blood, every Avenger there is, even blood from characters, as you saw on the screen, the first two episodes. You saw like going over the computer, you saw like names you recognize, but yet they're not exactly seen in the show, in the MCU. I'm like, how did they get the blood of these certain characters if we're not even seeing it? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Like,
Yeah.
it's like now Gaia is like the most powerful character in all the MCU because she has every single power, and
And the movies are never going to address that too,
I mean,
even though it's like a big plot point.
I like Nick Fury. I understand his shoulder. He might be thinking he's doing for the best of Earth, but you know how dangerous that is. I mean, like when I think I can see Tony Stark doing stuff like that because he kind
Well,
of
isn't that also like a security risk too, that their
yes.
DNA could just be exploited and used?
I
Like,
mean,
I'm assuming a lot of them would be pissed off, right?
it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
That could be an Avengers movie within itself,
That's stuff. Fucking Lex Luthor would do something like that in DC.
right? I mean,
That's a Lex Luthor move.
it would have been cool though to have like a Kree and Skrull Avengers movie. That would have been really cool, but yeah, MCU
Blue Jay.
logic.
But that's like something a villain would do. Okay, Lex Luthor would do that because he's done that with Superman, right?
Mhm.
Like clone Supermans and stuff. Like, fuck. Like,
I need to play Dead Space, the remake.
Candace would do that. Batman, I'll say this: Batman might do it just to study. But he knows how dangerous it could be. Like Batman would be very, very extremely, very careful. Like that's Bruce. Like,
right. To be honest, Blue Jay, it's not really worth watching. Like, if you're bored, just don't watch it. Like, seriously, like if you're bored, then there's a serious reason why you're bored. The show is just not very well written.
Just rewatch Last of Us.
not
just
to
do
say
that.
Talos is dead. He gets killed.
I mean, it's kind of crazy that the comic is now better than the show adaptation of it, if you want to call it an adaptation.
Because it's nothing like the comic. That's what they said.
Yeah, now the director or the showrunner, whatever you want to call him, he is kind of like saying that. I mean, he's not blaming the fans.
Stop.
His quote was more like, it's like up to them and they can do whatever they want. But then he was kind of like generalizing Marvel fans. And like I understand, like, yeah, that's mostly a lot of communities on the
problem
internet, but
is,
still.
I like people having control of their content that they make. But when you're in an MCU universe, it's hard to do whatever you want, because they have to be connected. Like in the comics, like
Right.
you have to find some way to be connected. To me, if you're going to write an MCU or eventually a DCU film or movie, you have to find a way how it connects to a previous film or TV show. How it connects.
Mhm.
Because if
But
you don't, if it
this
doesn't,
show didn't really connect well. That
I
was
know
its
that's the
problem.
problem. That was the problem.
Yeah.
If you don't find some sort of connection, even if it's a small connection, it falls off the rails, and that could definitely
Right.
just make the whole MCU the direction fall off the rails for the future. Like it's
Right. What's up,
hey
Blue
Blue
Jay?
Jay, yeah,
What's going on, everybody?
Oh, pretty good.
Barbie bitch.
Oh man.
Oh man. Yeah. I was just I seen have any of y'all seen the new episode of My Adventure with Superman?
I gotta
No.
watch.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, I'm not.
But
gonna-
I saw what was going on though.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't care if you spoil it for me, George. You care?
No, I don't care.
Yeah,
I mean, if you watched the last episode, you kind of know what was going on anyway.
I did watch it. Did he become Silver Banshee?
No. It's Lois. What's it called? She figures out that Clark is Superman.
Why in the first third episode? Wow.
The fifth episode.
see that was quick. I was kind of I was surprised that was quick, but because I watched it when I was on break at work. So I was like, because I really loved the show. I was like, man, I'm not gonna wait till the end of the shift. I'm gonna pull up my phone and watch 20 minutes of it. So I liked the episode. I thought it was actually pretty good. But I was like, when you get to the part, I was mixed on it for real, because I was like, okay, I know people are going to talk about it on Twitter and all that stuff. So I looked it up, like, oh, man. So I see people like I said, you guys don't care, right? You know,
yeah.
you don't care.
I'm gonna watch it after. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's right. So, when Lois figured out that Clark is Superman, which it's gonna happen regardless in the show. I mean, like, come on.
Right.
But when the clip of it is that like Clark got back because he was fighting the Deathstroke. I guess that's Deathstroke. He had a very he looked like an Evangelion. Like the suit, like the suit looks nice, but it doesn't scream Deathstroke. They got the colors down, but since after that he dropped Lois off on top of the Daily Planet building out of all places. Okay, sure. So and then he came back looking all Clark, got the regular outfit on and stuff. And then Lois was like, you okay? Like you got a burn on your neck. It's like, oh no, I'm fine. I was doing something else or whatever. And Lois just had it. Like she's had it with him just playing dumb and lying. So what she did was just like, so she takes a couple steps back on the edge of the roof to jump out to get Clark to fly down and catch her. And once that happened, Lois was mad because Clark lied to her that, why didn't you tell me all this? Clark was like, well, you hate Superman. You're going to send out to the public. And Lois was like, well, why would I do that? And like, when I was watching it, and I had two minds, okay? Because I was like, okay, I get where Lois was coming from, because the last episode she talked about she had issues with her father and keeping secrets from her. Sure.
Right.
Sure, I can live. I can understand.
Father, that. Right there.
Yeah, piece of shit father. I can live with that, but at the same time, like you were gonna like put Superman's identity out the
Expose
public.
them. Yeah.
Like, why would you get mad at that? Because someone's keeping a secret from you. Like, it's like I see people compare this to Amber from Invincible, and I was like, no, Amber was no the like I'm one of those people that thought the shit with Amber from Invincible was actually pretty stupid because you knew that Mark is a superhero, but then you go out of your way telling yourself you weren't there for me, Mark. You weren't there for me. Well, he's out there saving people. And then he knew that he's a superhero, and he's like, "Fly away, Flyboy! I don't want to see you again." Up until then, Mark gets beaten to shit by Omni-Man, and just like, "Oh, I want to be with you again, Mark." I'm like, "Oh man!"
But I mean, if you read the comics, they're not gonna be together that long.
I don't know.
He's gonna go out with Adam Eve.
I mean,
they're not. He's not gonna stay with Amber anyway.
I mean, like it's gonna be a given regardless. But like, it's like I want to give Amber a second chance. I hope she don't do no stupid shit in season 2. So I'm keeping my eye on her.
I don't think they're gonna be together because
I know there's like a whole love triangle going on.
Yeah, in the comics, Adam Eve is Mark's girlfriend, wife.
Yeah,
that's gonna happen. And stuff like that. So that's
they're gonna be together. But like going back to like the whole Lois thing, like the whole Lois thing wasn't as like it's not as bad as Amber because the whole Amber thing was just pretty stupid. But the whole thing with Lois, like I love Lois and like this version of Lois. She's my favorite character in the entire show. I would like it. Her design is gorgeous. That last episode was like, holy shit, she's hot. But the thing is, with like, so you're mad at Clark. I get why you're mad at Clark. You don't like to keep secrets or being lied to and stuff. But you're trying to get the identity of Superman out to the public. But then you're like, why would I do such a thing? I'm like, well, is that what we were doing like the last 4 episodes of this show that just dropped like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sorry, but these designs for these villains are dog crap. I'm sorry, they are. Deathstroke, like, come on, bro. What is that? Like, I
don't have a problem with them going I don't have a problem with going to a different look.
Inspired show, but like, bro, these designs are
like he looks like an Evangelion, like kind of like those designs, like the Amazo look like an Evangelion. I don't know what these designs really come from, but I'm not like complaining about that. But I don't know. It's just I'm on 2 different mindsets. Like, look, the next episode, they're going to be together regardless. Come on now, like they're going to be back together. I mean,
they're hunting Jimmy. They're looking for Jimmy.
Yeah, they're doing. I don't like this climactic breakup thing. I've seen this stuff in so many times right now. Like they're gonna be back together. Don't even play with us. We're 5 episodes in. We're already doing this.
Why is he countering villains from other heroes like Heatwave? Like Heatwave is like a
they did Livewire. They did Intergang without Darkseid. Fucking stupid.
I think
okay. What else? Deathstroke, Amanda Waller. For whatever reason, Deathstroke is working with Amanda Waller. Was whatever.
I mean, we'll find out in like
hired him for something.
And this new gorilla at the end, which is
probably Grodd.
Grodd or
it has
Grodd, human.
No, it could be Humanite, maybe.
Or Humanite, whatever.
I don't know.
So like, okay.
Why can't he fight? I mean, why can't he fight his own villains? I know there's Banshees in it. I know Livewires in it, but why can't he fight his own villains?
They're gonna introduce the Justice in the 2nd season.
I think they're gonna build it because season 2 is already confirmed. So like they're gonna build it up regardless. So
I mean, I have no problem him taking on other villains, but if you're taking other villains from other heroes, introduce the other heroes too, maybe. Like I don't know, introduce.
Yeah,
Flash,
like you could introduce Barry Allen and be like, yeah, he works in Central City.
I mean, like,
To be fair, last episode they had Amazo and Parasite combined.
And Amazo, yeah, that's true. For Amazo design, oh my god.
I don't know. It's just like
I think they will have the other heroes eventually. I mean,
here's the thing. Like I love this show. I really love this show, but
It was amazing.
It's weird because like we're 5 episodes in and we're kind of like, I don't know, like it felt like I got to know some of these characters a bit. Like it's like I don't want to say it's rushed. I was like, it's like most people know the whole thing with Superman and Lois. You know, I think we don't have to go through like a whole season of the. I think it's refreshing that we don't have to go through a whole season of just Clark pretending to like, you know, trying to keep it a secret. I'm glad that we kind of breeze past like 4 episodes in. She already knew, but like when that happened, like I was at work. I thought about it. I was like, okay. Then I went to Twitter and then people were seeing their little takes and stuff. I'm like, I'm just mixed. I'm just kind of in between. So I'm like, okay, it's, you know, I'm on the side of Lois and Clark. I'm just in a bit of both. So it's still like, I just don't like that whole thing with like, you know, we're not going to be friends anymore or whatever. Because
the Superman Lois show, I don't know how, like the CW show, I don't know how people still haven't figured it out. Like regular people figured out that Tyler Hoffman's Superman is Clark because he looks exactly alike. The face is exactly the same. Like it looks exactly like, even the glasses.
The only people that know, I love that show.
It's a good show, but
it's literally the most expensive show on the CW.
But Anthony, the biggest joke about Superman is the face. It's the face.
But yeah, it's like
it's because people think he's just a regular guy. And stuff like that.
I guess all white guys look the same.
But Tyler Hodgson, even when he puts the glasses on, he looks the same, 100% the same.
Yeah. Like it's so funny because like it was so funny because
even with this version of the show, it's like okay.
Oh, because like okay, then like it's not really a spoiler. Like there was a funny gag, it was a funny joke in this episode where they showed us in like one of those promos for like the next episode. So Lois in her office, she finds like a box of dumbbells that she finds for some. It was ordered by Steve Bombard and stuff, and Clark came in and just picked up the box like with no problem, and then she. And no problem. And then later on he threw it onto the freaking drawers, like destroying the whole thing with no problem. I was like, okay, that was pretty funny, but like, didn't you know like these are dumbbells? Like he just destroyed the whole shit.
Yeah, like you could have like Lois to say, you could have.
Yeah, that was funny. That like I want to get that out my chest because I was like, I just hate that kind of setup for like one of those climactic breakups and stuff. Like this show has only like 10 episodes for the whole season, so we're 5 episodes in and we're already doing this whole ridiculous nonsense. I'm like,
it should be 15 episodes, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I would like a whole 26 episodes of this stuff.
Animated show is okay, but alright.
Yeah, like I said, I love this show. I just don't like the way it reminds me of, I don't want to compare it, but it reminds me of the whole thing with Amber back when it like 2 years ago. I was like, what the fuck? What kind of nonsense
What
is
are you
this?
doing, Mark? You should be you should be me and me. I go, okay, relax.
Yeah, but you knew all this time, and then Mark was just saving to help people and stuff until Amber saw Mark being beaten the shit by Omni-Man. She suddenly had to change her heart. Oh God!
the idea of it, of them having that problem, I don't necessarily think it's bad. It might just be like character development. I know some people are saying like this is a trope and stuff, and it's like I kind of get that, but at the same time, if someone does lie to you and they were going to be in a relationship, yeah, I think they would probably be upset. So I don't think that's too far fetched.
I get it.
It's the most important thing in a relationship.
Yeah,
I know. So it's be mad at that because, like, I would have been on the side of Clark because I was like, "Shoot, I don't want to tell Degrassi.
I forgot which Justice League movie this is, this animation show. Lois and Superman are on a date, and I think this is actually the end of the movie because Superman, I was talking with rest of Justice League members about their personal lives when like about how, like Barry. He talked to Barry Allen. Barry Allen, at the time, Barry Allen, Iris knew who he was. He was getting married to Iris, all that.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I forgot which Justice League movie it was. It was, I forgot
Oh,
which one.
it was those New 52 movies.
Yeah, it was a New 52 one. Yes, it was.
Yeah. Damn.
I don't know if I don't think it was.
Was
Thrown
that
off
the end of Flashpoint?
I don't think it was Flash.
No, it was on Flashpoint.
It was
I don't.
not. No.
It wasn't the first Justice League movie because that's when they formed the Justice League with Darkseid. Was it Throne of Atlantis?
That must have been later on because I don't remember this at all.
It could be
I
Throne of
haven't seen those
Atlantis,
ones.
maybe.
Maybe Atlantis one because that was just an Aquaman movie.
Yeah, it could be Throne of Atlantis. Let me.
It's crazy
check.
to cancel a Nightwing movie.
But my point is at the end when Superman talked to Flash, and Flash is like about telling their significant other who they really are. So Superman took that into consideration and told the man on the date with Lois, and Superman was ready to tell Lois who he really was, and he was wearing the glasses, and he told her that I'm Superman. And Lois just laughed it off because she didn't believe it at first, right? Because the pressure of Clark Kent, right? You wouldn't think Clark Kent is Superman, right? Clumsy, all that. But he took off the glasses and he's like, take a really close look at me. And that's when Lois knew that he was Superman.
Actually, you know what would have been interesting? Now that you're saying that.
I think Lois was pissed at him. I think he kind of ditched him at the end.
You know what would have been interesting for my adventures with Superman was that because he was trying to tell Lois that he was Superman. It would have been better if he told her and she actually didn't believe him. And so, the rest of the season, it's just him trying to convince her that he's Superman. I think that would have been funny. Probably would have been a little bit lighthearted.
Yeah,
probably would have fit the show a little bit better.
I actually would have. I agree. It would have been kind of like that, trying to convince her that that he is Superman. I mean, I don't mind. Like I said, I don't mind what we had, what I saw. Not all that much, but it just brings me back to I see a bunch of Twitter arguments back 2 years ago talking about the one episode where Amber knew he was Mark was a superhero, and everybody was there are all these very heated debates and people were on the side of Amber, were trying to justify well, Amber's a teenager, so she don't know. What does that have to do with anything? That doesn't mean anything. Teenagers are smart. I don't know.
Some are, some aren't.
Some are. I was a dumb one.
It might be the Death of Superman one. Is it this one?
Death of Superman. Oh, that was a good animated movie.
The 2018 version, because there was another version. Remember?
Yeah,
there was a two-parter. Remember?
Wait, did James Gunn cancel that Kingdom Come movie that was trying to replicate?
Yeah. I think that's what he's.
Alex Ross's art, because that's fucking kind of sad.
Yeah,
that's a terrible idea.
I forgot Aqualad was gonna get a TV show for HBO.
To be honest, James Gunn really shouldn't do anything with the animated movies. If they're bad or if they're good, just keep putting them out, because then it kind of tests the waters and you can adapt different comics. I don't see the problem with that.
I think they're doing the Crisis on Infinite Earth movies so they could stop
animation.
So they could stop.
They're doing Watchmen
all
too.
These DC animated movies and
focus
on James
Gunn
and stuff.
It's actually the Watchmen.
Oh man!
Watchmen. You're gonna hear Alan cry 3,000 times, like you always do every time.
I wouldn't mind if they did Tom King's Rorschach as an animated movie. I think that would be pretty interesting. Make it rated R though.
Yeah, but this animated movie, like the Watchmen movie, was announced 4 or 5 years ago. A common
Yeah.
They just all of a sudden it's yeah, let's greenlight it because we know the universe has ended.
Yeah, thank you, Casali. Yeah, Yeah, the Death of Superman movie was a two-parter, right? It was him taking on Doomsday, and then there's two Deaths of Superman movies. The original one before the New 52, and the New 52 version. The New 52 version is 2018. That's the one, and then that's the two-part. That's the one he takes on Doomsday, but then the Hank Henshaw, Darkseid, and the Eradicator was the second parter. Remember?
Forgot about that.
Yeah, it was two parts. I think it was a two-parter. Let me check.
There's also one before that.
(2018). I mean, there's a lot of. I'm telling you, DC has a lot of animated movies. So much. Oh,
yeah, they do.
Reign of Superman was the second part. Reign of Superman. Yeah, New York isn't real, George. That's what they say.
No, man.
Have you listened to Isaac's stories on his channel? This guy has some pretty interesting stories.
I gotta watch some of his content, like some of his stories. I haven't had the time to.
You would think that with all the anime stuff that DC has done, they should really make more theatrical animated DC movies.
That's straight to DVD. They don't care. Straight to DVD. They don't care.
Dude, I would shoot with Spider-Verse and hearing good things about Turtles, man. You would think that DC would kind of get on that type of shit. Like, come on.
To be honest, they actually should do that. Because I feel like more people, like even people who don't necessarily care so much about all the comic book stuff, a lot of those people like the DC animated movies.
I do too. I really like. I had I think last year I was watching a lot of DC animated films that were on HBO Max. Like I wanted to give a couple of them to watch. Like what was it? It was one of the Suicide Squad ones, Hell to Pay or whatever. I watched a ton of them. So last year's, and some of them are pretty good. My favorite one is Under the Red Hood. That's my favorite.
I'll just say this.
Yeah.
A lot of some of DC's top stories, specifically Batman's top animated films, are good. Like Under the Red Hood, I think that's been good. But there are two that, to me, The Killing Joke is a disappointment. Batman Hush was a big disappointment.
I don't understand what Batman Hush is. Oh my god.
Oh.
The Hush.
Hush is a great character, but every time they do live action with them, DC Warner Bros. They fuck him up. They screw him over, man.
Well,
maybe they should do the Heart of Hush. I keep saying.
Yeah,
the
do something like that. Yeah.
Something, yeah. Probably would have been more interesting.
The Batman Hush, Riddler turned out to be Hush. If you know the comics, Hush is not Riddler. He worked with Riddler, but God.
Yeah.
Oh, oh no, you go ahead, man.
I just hope that Kingdom Come movie is not canceled. I think that'd be devastating.
And also, Batman the Phantasm is also pretty good. I love that movie.
Yes. Oh God.
Batman Robin is the best Batman movie.
I was thinking, like, I don't know.
I mean, the one DC animated movie I would want to see is Wonder Woman Dead Earth. I think that would be a really cool movie.
That's a shush. That's a good name.
Oh man.
Shush. Oh, that's genius. That's genius.
Here's the thing. I don't know if that'll work because Hush. There's been some with Hush. There's been some speculation that it might actually be true. That he's actually a misogynist, kind of, because he doesn't like being tied down by powerful women. I'm sounding offended, but it's true. He doesn't like his mother. He thought his mother's controlling him. He hates Catwoman because the Catwoman's falling in love with I don't know, his arch nemesis. He seems to get an issue with women.
But if you do the other way around,
yeah. This is a great movie, man. This is a great anime movie from the 90s. But how come they haven't used Andrea Beaumont or the Phantasm so much? Like,
that's what. I'm thinking because I was at last year when they thinking about when people would be talking about what villain should be on Batman 2, on the Batman Part 2. I kind of suggest the Phantasm. What would the Phantasm be like in live action?
Oh, great anti-hero, most likely. I don't know.
Jason Statham playing as Hal. I don't know.
Can you imagine if Jason Statham as Hal Jordan?
Oh my god! Like our darkest night.
I think Jason Statham could play a villain. No, I think, but the thing is, Jason Statham could play. No, Jason Statham could play Guy Gardner. I know these villains could play Guy Gardner, but Jason Statham has the kind of attitude to play Guy Gardner. Just got punched by Bruce Wayne. That's all I care about. Guy Gardner in the DCU.
Do you remember that rumor that Jason Statham was supposed to play Bullseye in the Daredevil Netflix show?
Bullseye.
Wait, what? Wait, Jason.
Yeah.
I never heard that one.
Yeah, that was like I think when they were going to do season 2, that was like a rumor that popped
I have
up.
a question for you. Do you think James Gunn is going to do the ultimate joke? Do you think he's going to have Guy Gardner moon Superman?
Oh man.
Doesn't he moon in the comics?
PP.
You know what you should do? If he moons Superman would just kick him in the ass and make him go flying into a wall or something. That's what I would do.
Oh, and RJ, what have you missed? I think you guys were talking about the strike. I was just kind of talking about the Superman ending of that episode, and I know you had your different opinion on it. I was kind of mixed on the whole thing.
Oh my goodness!
Riddle
me this.
Riddler.
Riddle me this. What is 6 letters, starts with F, and is the most important thing in the world?
Family.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness! I mean, you know what? You know what? He was the voice of Groot, even though it was like one line of dialogue.
Oh my god, Mr. Dwayne Johnson.
Oh my god, she's such an Ortega as Deathstroke. What the fuck?
You know what? I can totally see Jenna Ortega play Raven.
See, I actually can see. I mean, that's a given.
I can honestly see that.
Do you remember everybody's fan casting for Zentanos, Alexa Dario?
Yeah.
Oh, her.
I'm sorry, but I can't see those eyes. It's not her fault, but those eyes is Zatanna. I don't know. It's like, sorry.
You know
she
what?
was Zatanna for the Torio version of.
Yeah.
You know what? I bet Tommy Wiseau's laugh would be better than Ezra Miller's laugh.
Oh god.
That's a funny laugh, though. I never heard of
Oh my goodness. Let's every time I hear that laugh, I think of the fish from SpongeBob.
Okay, Archie.
I was thinking of that. That's the reason why it was funny, though.
So Kraven the Hunter is being pushed back to August 30th of next year, 2024.
That's crazy.
Ghostbusters.
That's a flop. That's a flop anyway. Nobody.
So
cares.
You know what?
The sequel.
Cancel the Sonyverse.
Ghostbusters, the sequel. Afterlife is being pushed back to March 29th, 2024.
That's perfect.
Venom 3 is being pushed to July 12th, 2024.
That's definitely good.
Didn't they have a release date in the first place?
Yeah, it had an October
also
2024
release date.
Man and Reb's getting moved up a couple days.
By 2 days. Yeah.
2 days?
Bad Boys 4 is June 14th, 2024.
I can wait for that.
But Beyond the Spider-Verse is being delayed indefinitely.
Okay, see, the thing with what I thought was for Beyond the Spider-Verse, I hope at least it gives some time to. It gives some. Well, I do hope it gives some time to actually take time. They mistreat their animators and stuff. Like what we heard last time, and I heard a lot of bad. What'd you say?
I hope the VFX people are looking at WGA and the actor strike and hopefully form a union of their own.
They know.
Yeah,
they're gonna get blacklisted from every studio.
I think YouTube is a union.
And I think Degrassi's probably tweeted me like animation may start something, a union or something. I don't know.
I don't understand like these.
Yes, animation union.
These fucking studios are just like, we're gonna terminate your first look deals. We're gonna just
Yes, I forgot that. Thank
like,
you.
And then we're gonna like see the whole AI thing. I don't really think it's like I don't think it's it's whatever. But like the whole AI, I just really don't understand what their end game is. Like what do they really? What the fuck they doing?
They just want less creative people. That's it.
Creative people, yeah.
Those people, yeah, creative people give the
movie,
studio. Like you got like this, the studio kind of hates working with the creatives. Like there's all these.
Yes, they do.
Right, there's just so many things that you got to deal with, right? And so they would rather just cut out the middleman as they see it and just, let AI do all of it.
Was it Netflix who offered $180,000 for AI, whatever?
Yeah.
I believe.
Well, they already have.
They already had AI for a long time.
Yeah. They already had AI for a long time.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like AI, like the whole thing with AI, like there's a way to use AI as a tool, not to. I don't think replace people. I don't.
The problem people think AI.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But the problem is that's the point. But people think AI thinks for himself. It's not like the movie.
But you have to understand. You have to understand it's still a technology that is developing, and we don't know what it's going to be like in 5 years. So it could be possible.
Hey, guess what?
Could
You're right. Guess what? If iRobot is happening true, guess what? Eventually we might get robots that might do cleaning for us. Might be actual butlers, or house attendants.
I pay for a robot like that.
It's very. It's bleak. And it's not fair for us humans because they might take jobs. They're definitely in the future will take jobs.
Well, I think there's gonna have to be some sort of problem because if you have a large amount of the society who's not working, how do they expect people to pay for these movies anyway?
Yes,
that's the part that I don't think they're the long term with a lot of these companies. I don't think they think long term. They think really short term or in a couple of years. You got to think beyond that.
I agree. It's just.
Yeah, I think the problem with the AI discussion is that a lot of people are just like, it is a tool, but like people have to understand like, there's a right and wrong way of using it. You don't want to get rid of someone's job, and if this whole industry is creative,
you have to find a way to regulate it. Yeah,
I don't.
But the people are joking about, Ultron's gonna happen or Terminator's gonna. That's not gonna happen.
We're not going to get Ultron. Like, come on.
I mean, there are AIs that are being programmed by the military to like shoot people, though.
Yes,
and, like target them, and the AIs
you need a person to do that. Like person.
No, well, the AI will track it in the drone, and then they will shoot them. They'll shoot the target.
And eventually, I think probably at one point, I don't know if we'll be alive by then, but at one point, robots will be taking jobs away from us, from regular people just trying to make ends meet. It's gonna be like in the world in the 20 to 100 years, we're gonna have to find new jobs. We're gonna have to find different kind of jobs.
Well, there probably isn't gonna be any jobs then at that rate.
Yeah, and like
there might be jobs at that point if it's true.
Yeah, so
it's very possible. Look at iRobot. Like iRobot. Look at you see the Will Smith's grandmother has like the robot, right? Like that's very like it's. Remember like. As technology and society advances.
James Cameron was right. He told that's true. What he did, he told people back in 1984. They didn't listen. They even laugh at Ben Affleck for predicting the streaming services, and you laugh at him.
The thing is, though, there are various benefits, but I think the problem is that right now is that because they're in the negotiating terms, right? And so even if they give them like 1 inch, right? But I mean, like one of the conditions is they don't want, for the actors, like the extras, like that was a big talking point, and I agree with that one. That one's kind of messed up, where you're gonna do an extra who does 1 day, then you scan their likeness, and then you keep it, and you can do whatever to it. That to me, I think is problematic.
To me, that should be illegal.
Well, it shouldn't. It's not that it shouldn't be illegal. They should pay them every time they use their likeness.
Yes, and you
don't. And they should have. And the person who's
extras don't make much, right? Like.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people whose their whole career is just being an extra.
Yeah,
and they make money from it.
Yeah. So, But I was trying to say is like they
Yeah.
should sign off on their likeness because who
I'm
knows
just
what they
saying
could
this
be
to
doing with their
RJ.
likeness.
If
not
I'm
even-
giving you my likeness to use in a movie, my family and I better get paid for the rest of our lives.
Well, every time
man.
you would use it, yeah,
I mean, like-
that's what
Yeah.
it should be.
The residuals is another thing, right? They get barely anything on residuals.
Just
They-
watch
they
that
get
first
what- they
episode
get
of watch the
0.5
first
cents.
watch the first episode of Black Mirror in the sixth season. Jonah is
But you know
awful.
what? If
That
you
was
know,
like a
Jerry,
good example of the
if you know
problem
it,
with
I know-
having.
Jerry Seinfeld does good in residuals though because his show's on everything. It's like if it's on,
Right.
yeah, he's. I mean, he does some. You know, some actors do fine on residuals, but the majority of them, like most of them, don't do fine on residuals.
Yeah, most. Dealing with the studios is a bunch of bullshit anyway.
Yeah,
man.
they're greedy. They're also greedy. I like because the actors and actresses, the majority of them are not asking for six-figure salaries. They're not asking to be in the A list or B list. They're just asking for a livable wage, right? That's it. Right? 26,000 is not enough. I'm sorry, like they need more than that.
I think they should come clean and just admit that the streaming is not profitable and just change up the whole.
It is.
Well,
I
look at
think
Universal. They're
change the
losing.
whole thing.
you know.
They're losing
I think
$3
Netflix actually
billion.
been. I think Netflix.
Yeah, they are
said this is the first time Netflix has ever been profitable.
profitable. Yeah, and even if they're in the profit, I bet they still can't even
Yes.
pay their residuals.
No,
and
they're
everything.
still on that. Netflix still on that.
It's gonna change. This whole streaming thing is too good to be true. They need to just put the ads on the streaming. They're gonna make a sizable chunk of money by doing that. You could pay people residuals, and just go back to the way it was, but with streaming.
If they did that, of course they they can't legally get out because they legally.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the day they actually.
Well,
come to
Mark
their
Hamill
fucking
saw his
senses to pay their
likeness to
fucking
Disney.
to pay their fucking people and shit.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, like Mark Hamill and the guy who I forgot the guy who played Vader. I keep forgetting his name.
For who?
Yeah, like they're both the Disney owned both of their likeness, and they get paid every time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
It's not like sports, man. Like in sports, specifically in sports, you know what it is? It's they can actors, right? It's not millionaires versus billionaires with the set. Like there's millionaires in the actors, right? There's millionaire actors, but most of them are not. And sports, it's really millionaires versus billionaires.
yeah,
That's how bad. That's
the
how bad.
one like the one soccer player was gonna sign for $751 million. Like God damn, it's like.
You see that soccer player? Yeah, he's not good doing it, man.
He's like, nope, I'm not doing that. Fuck that.
Maybe he has morals. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like that's crazy.
Did you hear about that? Like, oh my god.
No, so I get so Sony's a retarded studio.
Oh man.
They did a good job by not making a streaming service. They did a good job by not making give out these license to other studios. That's the echo in the background.
Yeah, there's echo. Who is it?
Whoa.
Is it me?
I think it's
I think you.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah, you blinded.
Okay, give me a second.
Sorry, I'm just looking at these ridiculous takes about Lois and Superman saying nothing to see here, or just Lois doing Lois shit. And now
Is it still there?
Hello?
No.
What'd you say?
Okay, thanks.
Oh, no.
Sorry about that, Blue Jay.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I was just looking at these ridiculous Superman takes. He's like, now if that was me, I probably would have let her fall. Fuck.
Oh, I bet you those Phantom Menace people are just saying that. Oh,
No, it's just people. Not Phantom Menace people. Just
I just
people who I follow. I just want to
blinded.
Shout.
I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you heard about this. That's not Phantom Menace, but it's from our good friend Zod Rider.
Our good.
Oh God.
Oh,
Did you hear? I know RJ. I saw this with RJ a couple. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I know George knows about it. I think I definitely know Anthony knows about it. But it was so hilarious. Like Zod Rider thinks or says that he has a source. So, that's funny. He has a source. He has a source saying, "Oh yeah, I know Christopher Nolan's going to bring the Snyderverse to Universal."
I heard that.
He's gonna bring the Snyderverse to Universal. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Christopher Nolan doesn't even care
Just
about.
because, listen, just because.
Roman Marcus Cruz. I didn't watch Secret Invasion, nor do I plan on any
Marcus,
time.
can you
But-
shut the
Talked
fuck
about
up?
it,
Like,
But-
goddamn.
By the way, Christopher Nolan is going back to Warner Brothers, so
He's never going back.
But he says he's not going to.
yeah, he is. They're trying to coax him back. They like
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
they were
he's
having
staying at
meetings and
Universal.
stuff.
But he's not. He's
Unless
not,
Universal gives him a deal, but
You know,
I mean, he's making a ton of money for Universal.
Christian Bale said the only way for him to be Batman is Nolan's involved. Nolan doesn't want to do comic books anymore.
right.
Oh, no, doesn't want to. He did say he's
Yeah,
over.
yes, selling enough. That'll sell that with Universal.
I mean, that was gonna pro anyways. But
You know, Marcus, by the way, we already talked about Secret
yeah,
Invasion.
talk about it. Yeah, like
There's
20,
nothing to
30
talk about. It's a
years,
terrible show. Yeah.
Didn't they
But
always hold
He's
on.
too hard.
I'm not gonna argue, Marcus. It's just like you like being annoying every damn time I see you in the shot.
Okay, so going back to the Zalver thing, I remember like the whole thing saying like Zack Snyder wants or Christopher Nolan wants Zack Snyder back because Universal was Zack Snyder's first studio film. Dawn of the Dead was because that was a Universal movie.
Bro, listen.
Oh God.
So that's like you're reaching, like
Let the man.
you are Plastic Man reaching here, guys. Jesus.
No, bro, let the man do his work with Netflix, making a ton of money with Netflix. Let the man.
I'm telling you.
Damn.
Like
I'm looking forward to Greta Gerwig's Chronicles of Narnia more than Rebel Moon.
I'm so.
you know what? I think Arkham needs to check YouTube. They're missing a couple of patients.
No.
yeah,
shit.
thank you.
Oh,
Because someone with the initials MM is like losing it as well, saying Secret Invasion is promoting demons coming to
Who?
have relationships. Melanie Mack, like she's saying Secret
Oh
Invasion.
yeah.
You didn't hear see that? Anthony?
What is
She said
that?
like Secret Invasion is like apparently like they're preparing the demons coming to Earth to like have
Okay,
relationships with
okay.
humans.
Now you got
I mean,
me
look,
wondering-
listen. I just want to say this.
She's
I'm a Catholic,
insane.
but I'm not. But I'm not a nutcase.
She's insane, bro. Like
No,
demons.
I know you're religious.
What demons?
No.
She's
That's not
insane.
being religious. That's being extreme. That's like not
No,
even being
she's
religious.
insane.
That's just being extreme.
No, she thinks her religion's always 100% right. Like when people call her all that stuff.
Well,
like,
first of all, if she thinks her religion's always right, she shouldn't have goddamn tattoos on her arms.
That's true. That's true.
Because like, ain't that frowned upon by extreme religious groups? I'm just
Judaism,
saying.
for example, yes, in
Like,
my
now,
religion,
now you're just making me want to watch Secret
in my
Invasion
religion,
now.
George, in my religion, Judaism, even though in Judaism, you're not allowed to have tattoos because when you die, you go in the ground the way you came out, and that's pure and stuff, right? With no tattoos or like stuff like that.
Oh Lord.
Well, listen, I'm already like preparing for confession before I die. So
Yeah, so like, yeah, and Melanie
I'm
Mack,
all
She's
my
crazy.
sins to
She's
confess.
crazy.
yeah, I saw that post. I know she's a religious extremist, but religious extremist people are just insane. Okay, they're insane. They need
By the way,
They
Marcus,
need exorcism.
Aaron does not agree.
What? Yeah, I don't agree. Yeah, Melanie Mack is a demon herself. Okay.
Oh man.
Everybody's just crazy. Like,
Anybody uses religion to justify himself most of the time is not a saint himself. You know what I mean? Like, right? Like, I'm not trying to attack people who are religious or anything, but
The thing is,
Well, Melanie Mack is a fraud. And I know this with evidence because she loves to hate the new Tomb Raider games, even though just a couple years ago she was praising them, saying they were the best Tomb Raider games ever.
like I didn't even hear about that. I didn't even hear of this person.
Wait,
until last year.
how you praise a game that you like a couple years ago and hate it?
Well, she deleted them off of YouTube, but we still found them. Me and Tony looked and found them.
Jeremy liked The Last Jedi. It started to drift off hating it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't trust her at all.
Once you
I'm
find a
like-
grift, here's the thing: people are willing to sell things that they like just for a grift.
Yeah.
It's sad and pathetic.
She's once that new Tomb Raider game and show comes out, she's gonna be grifting on that until.
Or Hey Atwell's Tomb Raider? Or is Hey Atwell?
No, it's Phoebe Waller-Bridge's Tomb Raider.
Hey Atwell's doing a voice, right? She's doing a version of Tomb Raider, but I think she's doing voicing her.
No, Haley.
I don't know if she's
doing the voice for the Netflix show.
Yeah.
Bridge is doing the
Amazon.
Oh, people are. I know those
Amazon
people.
TV show and the movie.
In regards to these people being.
So she's writing both, which is like.
Hey. If she's religious streaming, she would know aliens do not exist either. Okay.
Oh my God.
If she's like aliens, believe me, aliens is more real than demons. Okay.
I'm just gonna say.
I need those Alien Mouse.
Because like I used to watch Phantom Menace channels like 5 years ago or so. It's like one thing I'll take away from the Flash, whether people love it or hate it. One thing I'll take away is I can relate to Barry when I look at my younger self and I'm like, good Lord, this person's a moron. Because I'm literally looking at myself 5 years ago. I'm like, how the hell did I get wrapped up in these dumbass channels?
I was about to say, do you used to laugh like Barry?
Oh no! Like look, I'm gonna be honest. Like I used to like lean more right back like five or 7 years ago. Like I'm more independent, but like honestly, like that helped me open up and realize, good Lord, this side has gone crazy.
Trust me, dude. Like 2018. It was like around the time where I was watching Rebels. And that show ended, and then it was when the Resistance trailer dropped, and that was a mid-ass show. But then I saw people talking about that, and the first video was Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers talking about that, and I never even know I was like, okay, I kind of like this guy, my dumbass. That was like, this was 5 years ago. Oh, I kind of like this guy, and then I saw like. And then what's funnier was like a couple months later, he put out a video titled Battlefield 5, the woke edition. I was like, what? It's like, because I didn't know what the word woke was. Like, oh, is this a new collector's edition?
well, here's the thing. I opened my eyes when like the Captain Marvel shows came out, and he said like Marvel's got woke because it wasn't that long ago that he was saying that Avengers Infinity War was like one of the best movies of all time, and Kevin Feige and Marvel understand where Lucasfilm doesn't. Like Kevin Feige went from like the savior to a woke warrior like Kathleen Kennedy in a matter of months.
Oh, I saw that video. I saw that.
Like seriously, like that's when my eyes start opening up. And look, I'm not the biggest fan of Captain Marvel. I think it's one of my least favorite MCU movies. But good Lord. Like the hundreds of videos about that movie really like pushed me away. I was like, we get it. The movie's bad. You think it's woke. Move on. There's other things to talk about.
That's the reason why you make. That's the reason.
That's funny.
They make so much money off YouTube.
And yeah, I think what kind of so back in like 2018, I subscribed for like 2 years, like 2018 to 2020, and then that was two years of enduring that crap. I was like, so it was okay. I subscribed to. This is embarrassing to freaking admit this. So Geeks and Gamers, D-Day Cobra, Josiah Rises. An oldest fucking movie blog.
But listen, I'm just gonna say this. Even though like I did watch Jeremy like for like over a year, I never liked Yellow Flash. I thought the guy was boring and bland.
Oh, I agree with that.
Other guys are boring.
It was like he had no personality. Like here's the thing, I'll give Jeremy. Jeremy at least has a personality. He tries to make the videos entertaining. Whether you agree or disagree with his take, where Yellow Flash is like this bland, like
he's boring as hell.
Like Josiah Rises, the thing is Josiah Rises like talks very quickly, and it sounds like he's gonna reveal some kind of super secret thing from Hollywood. It's like the far left is doing this. I got a secret right here. It's like
the thing is, Jeremy. I don't get the creep imagery from Jeremy when I see him or I watch him. Like I don't find like he's a creep or anything like that. But most of the Phantom Menace people, I find that they're creepy.
Well, here's the thing. I think Jeremy's a troll. I think Jeremy just trolls.
I mean, if you look at heel versus babyface, I wouldn't want him to your kids. Look at him.
That guy's a real.
All right, definitely not neurotic.
I mean, what are they gonna have to talk about? Like in the I guess they could talk about Ahsoka.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ahsoka's still gonna come out.
Okay.
Well,
So
if they attack that show, they're doing that shit for money.
Yeah.
Well. That Lando show actually sounds pretty good now.
Oh,
I'm
I
always gonna
mean,
read it.
Unfortunately,
I mean,
we
it
don't
will
know when
happen.
we're
not
gonna get it.
surprised.
Just not for
What?
some time.
I'm not surprised he's writing that show because he has to deal with because Atlanta used to be by Disney, right? By Fox, so it makes sense.
Right. I mean, Atlanta's a good show, by the way.
I mean, yeah, he
That show's
wrote it.
hilarious.
He wrote it with his brother.
Yes. That show I'm really
He's
excited
you know
about.
what? You know what? Originally, he was not coming back for the Community movie, but he is now.
That's what happened.
Oh, and
That's what happened when Universal gave you that paycheck. It's like, well, you could take it.
Yeah.
isn't
Only
what's his
Chevy
name? Who did?
Chase.
Yeah, he's
Chevy
not
Chase
coming
is
back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's coming?
Which
who's
I'm not
coming?
surprised. I'm not
Original
surprised.
cast besides Chevy Chase.
Didn't the Russo brothers work on Community?
Yeah, they did. They had a couple of episodes. Didn't they have
Dan Harmon was like the founder, the creator of it.
right? Yeah.
Brie Larson was a Community.
so I looked up Geeks and Gamers again. So like I'm gonna look see what they've been up to. Oh
Barbie,
my
I
god!
guess.
Indiana Jones 5 fails, and you got these dumbass thumbnails, and then you got what was it? Elemental woke garbage flops, even though
What are
it's,
you saying about
even though
Barbie?
it's bringing back to the
Mentor
top.
did not flop at the box office.
They
then-
can't use the woke excuse for Barbie because Barbie's not bombing.
Well, yeah, Barbie's banging at the box office,
Yeah.
and then you always get these the same thumbnail types. You got like the one person screaming with the shit.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Disney has always been their big target for a while. Like if Barbie was a Disney movie, they would find some way twisted because it's a Warner Bros. Movie. I don't think they really care.
They already have. No.
They
They have a bunch.
bunch.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of videos about them talking about Barbie. They're like it's feminist propaganda and all that
Bro,
stuff.
Barbie always been like that since this shit was created.
God.
Yeah.
If they knew Barbie
They say it's like the wokest movie of the summer. That's what they've been saying.
Oh, here's a good one.
What do you expect? Did you expect Barbie to be for men?
Bro, they
Even
did
though
the same
it-
thing. They did the same thing for Avatar last year, and Avatar made $2.5 billion.
Yeah, and then they switched their tune. Yeah, you can
Wait,
never
hold
trust
on.
And stop making
Jeremy Griggs
zero
actually
money.
liked Avatar: The Way of Water. He actually liked that one. Nerdrotic, I remember.
I
was
was
like, this is boring.
I thought this was a joke. Apparently, EVS did like Barbie.
Oh no,
Yeah,
he
I would
actually
see
liked
that.
the movie.
Yeah.
EVS is an interesting dude. I'll say that about him.
I mean, well, can you blame him? Like the movie is funny, so I'll give it that.
Well, here's the thing. It kind of depends. Like, do you have a sense of humor? Can you tune your?
I mean, here's the thing though. The humor is the humor. Like I kind of don't like the humor in Barbie Land. I think the joke goes on way too long. But when they're in the real world, it's actually really funny. Like that whole montage where they're going into the real world was actually, I think, the
So
best part of the
what do
movie.
what do
And
you think
Will
of-
Ferrell as well.
So, what do you think of this universe?
Yeah,
happening?
Will Ferrell is
MCU
always a villain for these toy companies.
I know it's kind of weird.
Will Ferrell has. So he's funny in this movie because to me, Will Ferrell hasn't been funny in years.
He was actually good in this movie. So I mean, everybody's good in the
was
movie.
gonna do The Winning Time by HBO, which is a very good show.
Yeah, it was John C.
With Adam
Reilly.
McKay, but him and Adam McKay has beef.
Yeah.
And that
John
was
C.
never
Reilly. John C. Reilly is actually a better actor than Will Ferrell.
I can't wait for that show to come out.
Because John C. Reilly, like Will Ferrell doesn't really do any serious roles, but John C. Reilly does.
Yeah, he would have been playing the father, the bus. Dr.
Yeah, Dr. Bus, the father of Jenny Bus, yeah.
So I was like, okay, that would have been interesting.
Yeah.
But
Yo, you know what? Thinking of the Lakers, you know what? The MCU has become the Lakers.
Did you hear? Have you heard about
Because they were in the glory days and now they're in the
Did you hear
terrible
about-
Jim Bus years.
Did you hear about the MCU 2?
What?
the metallic.
Yes.
Oh,
They're gonna get sued by that.
Oh my-
They're gonna get sued.
Oh my
yeah,
god!
I see too.
Oh my! The Mattel Cinematic Universe,
That is stupid. That is
Okay,
absolutely
like-
stupid.
dude. Like, okay, Mattel doesn't have enough properties that kind of.
The only property is Masters of the Universe, not Uno, Not Thomas the Train.
Uno the
They have a
movie.
bunch of these
Magic
movies.
8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball will only work if it's a horror movie. That's
See,
it.
I would take I can take like Mattel based movies and stuff like that if they're like
Hot
just
Wheels would do
singular
well. I think
movies.
Hot Wheels would do well.
I'll take a Hot Wheel movie, like make it like
Yeah, they're
Speed
making a
Racer.
Hot Wheels
What
movie
about
too.
JJ
If I
Abrams?
did Hot
Which
Wheels,
I'm
if I did
like,
a Hot Wheels
okay,
movie,
buddy.
if I did a Hot Wheels movie, I would try to get Warner Brothers, Disney on board and be like, you know what? How about we use some of the Disney characters, some of the DC characters, Marvel characters?
Nah,
Disney.
just make a Hot Wheels movie.
Disney.
No
Warner
IPs,
Brothers,
just make it Hot Wheels.
Yeah, just make it Hot
Disney and
Wheels.
Warner Brothers
I'm
have
sick and
beef.
tired of fan service.
What
Yeah,
else is Mattel?
they have beef.
Bob, did they own Bob to build? Oh, it could be Bob.
Wait,
No, they're making a Barney movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be
With
a horror
Daniel.
movie or
Isn't
something like that.
A24 doing that?
I'm not sure if A24 is doing that, but they said it's like an A24 movie.
You know
I
what?
think it is
Thinking of the
A24.
Barney
So just
movie
get
reminds me of
A24.
a song we used to sing in second grade.
Dude,
I hate you, you hate me. Let's get
It's
together.
it's not,
and
it's
Barney.
supposedly it's not a
Okay.
kids movie. It's not supposed to be a kids movie.
Well, Barbie is not really a kids movie either. I mean, I don't.
It's an adult movie. They
I
say.
see a bunch of kids in my theater, but there's a lot of like.
But how many kids like actually enjoyed it? Like, there's kids in my theater and they look really bored,
I mean,
and I don't blame them because it's really not a kids movie. Like, in my opinion.
You know, it's a different kind of movie than what the movie's actually marketed.
Yeah, like they would be real. Like the first half, maybe they would be okay, but then the rest of the movie, they're gonna be bored. Like they prefer stuff that's
The
more.
only good one that I'm looking
Yeah.
for is Masters of the Universe. Just get Kevin Smith to do
I
that.
think
The
it's been
show's already
canceled,
great.
man.
Actually,
Yeah, I think
here's the thing.
No,
this,
they're looking for another studio
Oh.
to bid on the movie. Which
See,
Yes, he
actually,
did.
I'll say this: the Hot Wheels movie. I think the last time I heard, I think Justin Lin is actually directing it.
no, he's not. He's doing the One Piece. No. That's J.J. Abrams is
I don't like-
going to direct it.
Oh, I mean, they would have made or get the Wachowskis again to make Speed Racer.
Oh, I'm good.
Speed Racer.
I'm good.
You know, you know what movie? This is for Degrassi. I think it's A24. They're making that Von Eric movie, Degrassi. A24. The
Well,
famous Von-
A24s are getting big celebrities doing the movie. So,
yeah, they don't. Yeah,
although the
Yeah,
budget,
the thing is-
the budget for movies are getting out of control, though. Like, okay.
Well, okay, hold on.
Well, for A24.
No, that's a rumor. I was like, no, like, okay.
Well, here's the
That
thing.
new Joaquin Phoenix movie that came out.
no, a lot of A-list actors are on movies that don't have a huge budget. It's very common.
Yeah.
Like, Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd doing this movie, like Father
Yeah.
Duo. Which
Oh
think-
yeah,
that-
yeah.
I think that's gonna be fun because they both.
People think all these A-list actors are always in these movies that have like a $100 million budget. It's not the case. A lot of them
Yeah.
are small. A lot of them are $2 million, $3 million budget movies. Sometimes it's not about the money. Sometimes it's about the story.
Oh, look
Well,
at-
for the
oh,
studio,
look
it's
at-
about the money.
Look at
Yeah.
Asteroid. What the new
Yeah.
Wes Anderson
they got
movie.
paid like
Asteroid.
they got paid like $20,000, I believe, or $8,000, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From all these big A-listers, even Norton. I was like, I don't mind it because I work
It
with
didn't,
him.
the movie didn't do at the box office, but they still got paid like decent, like
Yeah,
yeah, it's
good.
Oh, also, here's the thing: like the whole Mattel Cinematic Universe thing, that doesn't make any sense because when you do think about it, because I looked it up, they're upcut. Well, I guess they're. I'm using Wikipedia, so take it with a grain of salt. I don't fucking know. So Barbie is Warner Brothers, Hot Wheels is Warner Brothers, but the Rock'em Sock'em movie that Vin Diesel's producing, that's Universal.
All right.
That's Universal. The what is it? The American Girl movie, that's MGM. So
Man, some of these movies sound like flops written all over them.
Exactly. Like these are a bunch of movies that are produced by different companies. So
Like they really don't understand why Barbie is successful. Like it's actually quite sad.
I don't like. Do you remember that fucking Max Steel movie that came out?
Yeah. When was that? Was that 2017?
I think that's
That
16.
was good though,
16.
right?
I've been saying Barbie's been successful. I was saying Barbie was gonna be successful like 4 or 5 months ago. And I think I'm the only one who like guaranteed it.
I don't know. Like I feel like the whole Barbie thing. I feel like it's either just I think the movie has been marketed pretty well. Like I think it was been marketed ever since January because they actually spent. Get this, like they spent more money on marketing than the Flash.
This is a problem.
They spend their money on that movie a lot.
They gradually highlighted a problem here. This is a problem within it. This is a problem that these not well-known actors should have the issue with the A-list actors. Because A-list actors, yes, they should have a job, should be able to work, but they have enough money to be able to work for at least a year. But the ones that don't,
or longer than that, they should.
Yeah, or longer than that. The ones that don't and need the work, they should get the roles.
Well, A24 is still going to have lesser known actors. I mean,
yeah, that's true. Like, I see what the guys are pointing at.
Cheap out there that costs like 20,000, 30,000. Like, no.
This is what happened with the baseball lockout last year. So the representatives for who represented the baseball MLBPA, right? They got the offer from MLB, right? The league about their new CBA. So the majority of players agreed to it, but the people representing the players did not really agree to it. And most of the people representing the players were some of the richest players in the league, richest player in the leagues. But the majority of the players that are part of the PA, because every player is part of the PA, some right, but not representing. They said, no, we want to play this year because we want to make money. We want to make some more money because not every player is making a lot of money in baseball. Some rookies, especially, are only making about 500, 600,000 K, and that's a lot to us, but to them it's not. And they overruled the representatives. They overruled them. So,
I mean, I understand why. Smaller actors get mad at A-listers. But like, I mean, just work with them. Like, they could teach you stuff to become better at your career, so you can have a career in Hollywood.
They got a couple of AWO studios.
Oh man. Well, I mean, the audience too has to go out and support more independent films, and distributors
they only support horror movies. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, distributors should put an effort into bringing independent movies in the theater. I think that's also a problem.
I mean, the problem is
because of the big studios. That's why.
The problem is they don't have the money. It's the money, right? Because they don't have the money to promote their independent films all that much compared to like the big movies, right? Or the bigger studio, right? They have to ask for a little bit more money from the studio, obviously, right?
Right.
Like,
that's
you're right.
Why you see these 820 like you said, like you saw Talk to Me today, right?
I saw it last night.
That movie's probably gonna be in VOD the next couple weeks.
Yeah, probably. But it's gonna make some money though. Yeah, it costs like $4 million.
Low budget, probably cost like $2 or $3 million.
See, Talk to Me.
$4 million. It costs $4 million.
$4 million.
I'll be honest with you guys.
Like if again 10 million.
I didn't know about Talk to Me until you mentioned it today because I never saw it being advertised on TV.
Well, it's kind of been advertised, but it's more like A24 picked it up, right?
Yeah,
it wasn't like
but they didn't make it.
And according to Wikipedia, it was supposed to be a 2022 film.
Right? Yeah. I mean, I have my problems with it, but I still like the directors, and I'll still support whatever they do next. I mean, I've always watched them as a kid, so
it's funny how they deny. Well, we didn't work for DC. I was like, we didn't.
Because they only care about the bigger movies, right? They could promote
they care about the bigger movies too because the international market. It's easier to make. If you notice, a lot of the movies that they stop making, it's also because it's hard to translate those movies, right? Like it's hard to translate a comedy to Mandarin, so they're not going to make a comedy because it's not going to sell well in China. Right, so they stop making those ones
because the Chinese audience may interpret the joke differently than American audience.
or any country, right? That's a foreign country. That's not English, right?
That's an example. That's using an example.
Yeah, because
like some American jokes, even if they're translated, might not actually translate well in other countries because of their attitude, maybe too, right? Makes
cultural differences.
Cultural differences. Yeah. It's a good point.
Yeah, I mean the studios, that's I think why so many people complain about the quality of movies today is I think it's for that reason. They make movies for the international market, and as a result, things are very streamlined, simple. There's not a lot of complexity or
Also, you have
nuance.
to please your shareholders as well.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Like, yeah,
Yeah, it's a big
I wish
problem.
the independent theaters will promote independent production, but they just don't.
See, Degrassi, Degrassi, I don't know if you're here. How bad will this strike affect smaller theater chains or just regular family-owned theaters?
Sony just affected Sony affected the whole theater industry.
I want to get from I know. I want to get from Degrassi's perspective because I know he has connections and he has stuff like that with
Sony really did that today by
hometown.
moving a lot of movies tonight.
They bear hope June doesn't move, right? Like they want.
They can't because Legendary owned the movie. They're the only one. They had to. Warner Bros. Has to ask them, "Oh, do you want the movie to be moved or not?" If they say no, they cannot move it. They can't.
Right. I still feel like it's gonna get delayed. There's something about that movie. It just there's no movie in. I mean, the only big movie in October is The Exorcist, which, in my opinion, does not look very good. I'll probably still make money because it's The Exorcist, but
horror movies always make money. It's October. It's Halloween. Make money on Halloween.
Right. Okay, unless that movie does get bad reviews.
Kraven could have just stayed in the release date. That movie was not.
See a Blue Jay.
Yeah, like Kraven should have stayed there. By Blue Jay. Kraven should have stayed there. Should never release in August. Who the fuck? August? A dead month?
Why a full year?
A dead month? Yeah. You're gonna wait next year a dead month? Why would you even put out a trailer? Like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah, it does seem kind of stupid now.
Unless you're gonna do reshoots, what more reshoots you gonna do with that movie?
But how can you do reshoots right now, right? Like they're on.
Bro, like it's so like I don't understand why that movie.
I hope Killers of the Flower Moon don't get delayed because I want.
Nah, it's an Apple movie.
Apple. Yeah.
It's Apple. They.
It's gonna be streamed.
No. Also, it's gonna be in theaters too for a limited time.
Yeah, I want to see it in theaters before it goes on.
Yeah, same with the Napoleon movie, but really it's made by Apple, but it's gonna be in theaters as well.
I'm glad you'll be fine, Degrassi. I'm glad. Like,
yeah, I'll see those in theaters if like they still come out in theaters.
I don't. Yeah,
Napoleon though does. I mean, I'll watch it. But,
why make that movie? We have like 10,000 Napoleon movies for the last 50 years.
Yeah, we do. The
Really, Scott, make something original.
Oh,
it's an Oscar bait movie.
Yeah, as always, it is an Oscar bait.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what were we saying, Aaron?
That's gonna be Is that Joaquin Phoenix is gonna finally win an Oscar for Napoleon because he
I don't know if he just won an Oscar.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, for Joker.
Was he Oscar? Oh yeah, he didn't win? Did he win? He didn't win the Oscar for Joker though.
Yeah, he did.
No, he did in 2019. He did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but best main actor. Yeah.
Yeah, best
Heath Ledger.
He's not gonna win it next year. Again,
you know what? I'm not surprised somebody won the award for playing the Joker because Joker is a very hard character to play.
Nah, bro,
I don't know if it's a hard character.
It's not that hard to play. You just have to be in the mindset of a psychopath, and that's it.
And not a complete Joker, not just a psychopath, man. You gotta be fun. Like Mark Hamill is the best Joker because he could do like the Arkham Joker.
He's fun with it. He's fun with it. He knows how to flow with it.
Arkham Joker is the peak best Joker of all the Jokers because he could do both.
Yeah, that's the reason why he's retired as the role because Kevin Conroy, which that's great.
I mean, Batman villains are very hard to some not all of them, but some of it. Like,
I agree, Marcus. Holy shit, we agree on something.
So.
PlayStation. I don't know what's going on with PlayStation. They got to change.
My problem with Final Fantasy 16 was too much cinematic stuff. Too much.
Spider-Man is not cinematic, but other than that,
well, Spider-Man looks like just. I'm excited for the game. I'll play the game. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like the same game. Besides the story, obviously.
I streamed Final Fantasy 16 for like once or twice, and you could tell that there's so much cinematic stuff in that. And
so Sony's been like just making all these cinematic games. I mean, God of War. Yeah, they're. I'm kind of disappointed in Sony. Sony didn't used to do that, so
Everything's a movie now instead of video games of Sony.
Yeah. Now I just look forward for Nintendo, to be honest.
Yeah, Nintendo.
Whatever they announced the Switch. If we have the PS5 Pro coming out next year, then where the fuck is the Switch 2? Come on, 7 years so.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see something about the Switch 2 later next year.
You have Switch 2 to be like a new system, or it's gonna be just like an upgraded Switch.
It's probably gonna be a 1080p display. I don't think it's gonna be 4K.
Because it's almost been 6 years, huh? Like the Switch feels like it just came out. That's an old Switch.
The Arkham games getting support. Like that's crazy how that's good.
I mean,
and then Red Dead, the remastered Red Dead is coming to the Switch too.
Red Dead
the remastered Red Dead Redemption is coming to the Switch, which is crazy.
I said this on stream when I talked about Indiana Jones. If Harrison Ford was younger, I think he could play a good Arthur Morgan in live action.
Oh yeah, from 30 years. If he was 30 years ago, Ford,
Not what's the character? John, right? That's the from the first game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Arthur Morgan. I think he could play good. And I know in a Red Dead Redemption, you could go either way, you could good or bad, and it gets you to a certain ending. I would have gone good way with him because I think it's a better story in those type of games to actually go with the good karma way, you know?
Makes more sense
story wise.
I say get Henry Cavill as
I just saw the Witcher. I mean, I just finished Witcher season 3.
Oh my god! Oh.
The first 5 episodes were great, leading up to the last 3 episodes. Oh my god!
And you could see why he left that show because they don't care. The writer never cared. See, the writers say, "Oh, we focus on more females than the."
Oh, I know. I swear to God, in this past 3 episodes, there's so many deaths. Like more than Game of Thrones. I'm like everybody was dying in this episode.
I'm grateful that he left. That show was horrendous.
It's gonna be even worse now.
And especially with Liam, out of all the actors, you could have got an unknown actor that looks similar to Henry Cavill or some of a variety stuff than him. You're gonna see a skinny Geralt, like really a skinny version of the character. Like get the fuck out of here, bro.
You should have got this brother, Chris.
I couldn't really get into that show, to be honest.
You probably got to pay Chris like $20 million per episode.
No, Cavill was making like $1 million an episode, I think.
Two or 3 probably. Which I mean, if they ever make a Red Dead movie, he should be the main lead. I think that would be great. You know,
I don't know, like.
But Red Dead movie will be like a Western type shit. But it has to be longer than 2 hours. It can't be 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Right, yeah. That's gotta be like a
2:30.
A really long kind of like old classic Western. That actually might make a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, hey, West. I'm pretty sure if you make Westerns, people will show up in theaters.
Yeah, but I mean, like Red Dead Redemption is one of the best-selling games of all time, so I assume the movie would make a bunch of money.
Oh, for sure. Even the second game sold.
You know what? Other time making shit on Grand Theft Auto, they could have made a 3rd Red Dead Redemption.
Well, you know, Rockstar.
Spending money on GTA 6.
I know.
That's why. It's like, bro, release GTA 6. Bro, GTA 5 is dead. We get it. You keep updating it. Like, leave it dead. It's dead.
The thing is, GTA 5 makes them so much money. That's the unfortunate part.
It's been 10 years, bro.
Well, I mean, the online part of it. You should see how much.
It has literally been 10 years. It has literally been 10 years since the game came out.
In September, it's going to be 10 years.
No,
it's crazy. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind a Grand Theft Auto movie too, but it has to be based on one of the games. I don't want like a new character.
You can make Vice City.
If Grand Theft Auto is a game, it has to be a dark comedy movie.
I really want a San Andreas movie, to be honest.
It cannot be. It cannot be serious. It has to be dark comedy. You know?
Yeah. It's got to be like a good satire.
If you get to San Andreas, do you get the actor who plays Trevor, Steve Ogg? You get him to be
right. Yeah, you can.
Directed by the Training Day guy. Yeah.
Yeah, because he literally was you know who I'm talking about, right? Steve Ogg. He's
right.
He's literally a Trevor, right? The boy. He looks like him. He voiced him. Yeah.
Trevor.
I think that's his
that
name.
guy was in Better Call Saul.
Yeah, he was.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has a lot of things. He has a lot of things to recognize.
Yeah.
The
They're also in car commercials and commercials every time.
Oh man.
Was he in the Spice commercials? Wherever those
No, I see him in a Hot Pocket commercial once.
Oh,
What the
yeah.
hell? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Get your money, but you know.
Yeah, get your money. That's actually
Who
funny.
would be Michael?
Yeah,
What's his
right.
name? Michael DeSantis, whatever his name.
I don't know. It'll be hard.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
I
Oh
think
man.
a Vice City video game will make sense. GTA Vice City.
Yeah, they the thing is like they're going to make
Michael
a bunch
Michael
of
B-
video games
Michael
movies.
B. Jordan would be Carl or whatever. No, not that's not San Andreas. Is that San Andreas? Carl?
Yeah, Carl.
Yes,
Yeah.
Carl. Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan's Carl.
Yeah, I'm telling you, San Andreas has like I love the characters in that game, so seeing them
love
in a
going-
movie and the twist and everything, I'm sure that would be a really good.
What I love about
movie.
San Andreas was going to like Los Angeles. You know, they're not Los Angeles and San Francisco and then Las Vegas. I love that.
Right? Yeah.
It was
It's
like-
crazy that the like the studios just they're not actually realizing what can actually be successful.
GTA
Like,
6
you could
is
just
so
see
long.
it.
GTA 6 will do so well. You know, like that's serious, man.
I'm pretty sure it'd be like probably one of the highest
Yeah.
grossing rated R movies of all time.
That movie. Oh, yeah. Instead of a bunch of live action movies that nobody asked for,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like I like Pokemon, but I don't think a live Pokemon show like would doesn't
Netflix
really
is
work.
doing it.
Mm.
To me, it doesn't work. I don't know. What's
Netflix is doing Pokemon.
yeah.
Oh, and also too, they should just cancel that Halo show and just make a Halo movie.
They did
Yes.
when he with the guy who's doing the Gran Turismo movie.
Yeah, get Neil
District
Blomkamp.
They
Yeah.
did.
No,
and Sony cancel it.
It was supposed. Was it? Was
Another
it supposed to be
studio
Peter
needs to pick it
Jackson?
up. Yeah, Peter Jackson was going to produce it. Yeah, it's a waste.
That would have been a hit.
I mean, to be fair, Peter Jackson, and he hasn't really had a. I mean, Mortal Engines was not really successful.
Forgot
I
about
forgot
that
that
movie.
movie existed.
Yeah, same. I forgot about that movie.
I remember
Yeah.
like the trailers were hyping it up. It was like, okay, this looks.
Yes,
like
it was.
When did that come out? When did that come out?
2018, like December 2018.
Jesus. Feels longer than that.
I mean, I know a lot of
Holy.
people. I didn't think the Hobbit series was that terrible, but it wasn't really like obviously Lord of the Rings.
I really hated the last Hobbit movie though. So
Battle of
bad.
Five Armies.
Yeah.
The second one was the best. I love the second
Yeah, the
one.
second one is the best
I
one.
like the first two. The third one, it was like
Yeah.
I don't know why they made that third movie.
Yeah, they just needed to make 2 movies and that was it. But, they need to stretch things out and make a bunch of money. That's a problem.
I mean, Lord of the Rings, of course, epic. Like,
Yeah, but they were going to just make 1 movie with Guillermo
Hobbit,
del
yeah.
Toro. Yeah,
yeah. It was a studio. It was a studio that wanted to be a trilogy
yeah.
because they want. You know why? They wanted to add some stuff into that trilogy that kind of correlates with Lord of the Rings, like some of the Sauron stuff, like Dungador and all that, Necromancer and all that stuff. That really
Yep.
never took place in the Hobbit book. Actually, that was never in the Hobbit book, but they had. I think it's because they don't want to confuse the people that saw
The
Lord of the Rings.
viewers,
If you didn't
yeah.
read the books, yeah, right. Like that's the reason why. Like one of the reasons why, because you know that scene in the third scene, where in the third movie where he saw Kate Blanchett, Hugo Weaving,
Mhm.
Christopher Lee, they all come to free Ian McKellen's Gandalf from the Ring Wraiths and Sauron. That doesn't take
Right.
place in the book.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Have
It doesn't
anybody
take
seen the Twisted Metal TV show? I haven't.
No, I haven't. What are the reviews like?
I'm positive. It's positive. That's what
We don't get
Mhm.
it here, Blind, until we don't get it till like mid-August into Canada.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought it came out at the
I forgot
same
you don't have
time.
Peacock, yeah.
No, Paramount Plus,
Mhm.
August 10th. I think.
Oh, wow.
It's all the
I'm not-
episodes. It's all the episodes out.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
binge. Yeah, it's not weekly.
They always do that to us. Even the Bear season 2, we got it later. We got it like what, July 12th?
Can Crave
like,
make a deal or
There's
something?
no
I know
way
Crave
GTA
has a deal with HBO. Just make a deal with others.
They do, yeah, they do have. There's
Right,
no
Brian?
way GTA 6 is coming out in 2024. I don't know who fucking makes
I
that.
thought CTV had to deal with Paramount because they showed the Star Trek stuff on CTV.
Well, I think they start the Star Trek deal. It was with Crave and CTV, and
Okay.
they stopped it, and so now it's going to go to Paramount. I think the last show was what's the one that's currently going on?
New Worlds.
Yeah, Strange New
Oh,
Worlds.
fuck.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I like the Star. I don't want to pay for Paramount, man. It's too much money for streaming services.
Mm.
Like it adds up, man. Like how much?
Just switch. My friend does this. I don't do this, but like 1 month you do one, then the next month you do a different one.
VPN or something.
Something I don't know.
Too.
Yeah,
It's just a
it's
problem.
a hassle keeping up with this stuff.
It's a problem. Look, if it was free, I have no problem. I'll find a way. But like Netflix, Amazon, Apple, Disney Plus, HBO, like Paramount, like
It's a lot.
it's ridiculous. Like that's one of the reasons why studios are struggling too. They think the consumers are wealthy. For some reason, they think the consumers are rich. They have because they live in this bubble because the studios that live in this bubble.
Isn't there
Think
rumors that
everybody's
he's gonna do
well
another
off.
Lord of the Ring movie? Peter Jackson?
Yeah, I thought there was some rumor that he was gonna do some big movie. I can't remember what
Yeah,
it
like
was.
he's talking to DeLuca in Miami about doing it. Like, you know.
Let me see what filmography I think is up for him. Where's this? He's doing. Oh, he did the Beatles Get Back. That's his last thing. I think he's doing.
Imagine the Peter Jackson Superman movie.
Oh man,
he doesn't seem like the type of guy who would do a comic. I mean, I don't know if he would do a comic.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know if I want to see a Peter Jackson superhero movie. To be honest, I wouldn't mind if he made horror movies again.
Oh yeah. See what he's saying.
Ever since his first horror movie, you know, I don't think he will do it again.
Moral Engineers.
Well, I mean, he made 2 of them.
No, Moral Engineers he was a producer on. He didn't direct it, but he had influence on it.
Right. I mean, I still think him like it's kind of sad that Neil Blomkamp just never Chappie and Elysium, like they weren't great movies, but like he has a lot of good ideas. I just think the scripts that he have, they're just terrible. They're just terrible scripts. Like Chappie's, I can't stand Chappie, man. I hope Gran Turismo is good though.
Yeah, I never played a Gran Turismo game in my life, but you know, whatever. I hope there's more Lord of the Rings stuff because there are stories in that universe you could tell on the side. Obviously, it's a big, expanded universe. But Five Armies did destroy and nearly destroy them.
Man, rebooting Harry Potter again for 8 seasons. Oh my fucking god, bro!
No,
how can you say you promised 8 seasons? I mean,
8 fucking seasons, bro. You're gonna get actor that's like 5 years old.
Wait, when did they say what they?
It's
Yeah,
8 books.
When did they say this?
8 books, right? 8 books, right?
February,
Every book, and it's gonna be 8 seasons, which feels like God
Oh
damn.
shit!
How can you can't make promises like that because you can't guarantee like.
Are you gonna film 3 seasons back to back? Because nobody's waiting like Game of Thrones. Nobody's doing. I'm sorry, bro. I got sick of waiting for that.
Well, the thing is, don't they have to grow up? So you kind of like. I mean, you do a season every year.
I mean, it's not like the wimpy kid who stays in middle school forever.
Right.
Oh
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
If I would have done. You could have rebooted for HBO and done 2 more movies with the actors coming.
We literally did grow up.
Yeah, that's what they should have
right?
done.
For a decade, basically. Like the first Harry Potter came out in 2001, and then the last one was 2011.
Are they going to
reboot yet?
Yeah, I think maybe it is too soon to do this TV show. Maybe they should have waited like 5 years, 5 or 7 years, then do the show.
Well, after Fantastic Beasts 3, remember they were planning to do 5 Fantastic Beasts 3 Fantastic Beasts movies.
It's gonna be 3. That's it.
And they're like, yeah, they're done with 3. So like, we don't get a conclusion between Dumbledore and Grindelwald. Like, what the?
I've never even seen those movies.
If you know Harry Potter, you know the conclusion, but like, we don't get to see it. Like,
Mm.
Forgot the conclusion.
I can't believe Grindelwald played by 3 different actors.
Oh, that's what happens
Damn.
when you lose too many cases.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
they're planning to film 2 seasons of course
At
they
a
are.
time? Holy shit.
Yeah, good luck with that. If you cannot do that with movies, good luck with doing that on TV shows.
That's gonna be a
So they should have
headache.
done with The Last of Us
Okay.
instead of waiting 2026 for the next season.
Well, I think with The Last of Us, it's okay. I mean, like she kind of has to age up just a little bit because even though she's supposed to be
5 years old. It's 5 years. Takes 2 and 1 takes 5 years after.
that
right?
is gonna be weird though because the thing is, there's flashbacks where she's like 16 and she
But the
still looks
thing
like
is-
she's 14. So I don't
thing
know
is,
how
the
they're gonna do that.
actress is older than the actual character in the game in the first movie, in the first season.
Yes, but she's the same age as Ellie in the second game. Ellie was 19, and at the
Yeah.
ending of the game, she was 20.
But they're not-
Or she's 18, 19, and 20.
They're not filming anyway. They're on strike.
Yeah. They haven't even finished the second season, like writing it. They only wrote
No.
the pilot or the
Wish-
first episode.
Wish only got 1 episode done.
Hmm.
Wasn't there? There's one to their show that only got 1 episode. I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what.
Last of
what's
Us got nominated so much for the Emmys. Then Succession, I think
Yeah.
Succession and Last of Us got like 70. Oh, not 70, but like 50 to 60 nominated stuff
Mm.
for categories. Oh, it's crazy.
Damn.
Like,
I mean, yeah, I figured The Last of Us was going to get a lot of.
I don't know when
Awards.
what was the last time a video game got nominated for major awards?
Uh,
Never.
none. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's why I said last time.
Just
Oh,
never.
this is a breakthrough. Never finally getting to them.
Mm. Also, too, it's probably better if they wait because The Last of Us 3 is not coming out anytime soon. That game might come out in 2020. Sorry, not 2020.
Oh,
2030.
I hope they don't pull. I hope they don't pull Game of Thrones season 9.
I don't think they will. I wouldn't be surprised if Neil Druckmann just
Wait.
writes. No. He wrote a treatment for The Last of Us 3, so I think they could just do the show first, and then the game will come out later. I wouldn't mind that.
Okay, you're okay with that? You think everybody would be okay with that? Like,
Well, the thing is, the game is like I said, the game is not coming out anytime soon. Like this game may legitimately take 10 years to make.
when the game comes out, would people like you respect not exactly like, but similar how to show with it?
Well, similar unless like in the second season they make a lot of changes, right? So then it can't be because like one of the things in the show, right? Like they don't have the spores, so if they change other things in the second game for the show, that's going to carry into the third season. So it's going to be different to whatever the third game is, if that makes sense.
And I do think Pedro Pascal will probably be on a couple more seasons. Well, the second game.
Well, unless the third game, which I can't really see why they would flash back to Joel, maybe like for one scene, but that story is pretty much done. So I don't really want to see Joel again in the third game.
They might. Oh, you're not happy? Ghostbusters 4? 4? Is it 4? What do you mean 4? After.
Oh, it got
March
delayed.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like that kind of makes sense. I feel like they were rushing that movie anyways.
If they do, what's the guy's name from the second movie? The villain, because the first Afterlife, they did the first villain from the first movie. If they do this, if the second Afterlife movie brings back the other villain, you know, I was watching the channel Awesome Nostalgia Critic. He did a review on the Bean movie. You know the Bean movie from the 90s? I love Mr. Bean. I love Mr. Bean. He's also Lone Atkinson's a great comedian, all-time great comedian. And Mr. Bean is like one of my favorite comedic characters. But he saw that movie, Bean. You ever seen that movie?
Yes.
Do you know the actor? The actor was in Ghostbusters, right?
Which actor?
There's two. He was the actor that brought him over from England, the small guy. He was in Ghostbusters too. Remember, he got controlled by the painting guy. I forget his name.
Hmm.
Who
I
hired
don't.
Dana?
To be fair, I
Who's
don't
Dana?
really remember Ghostbusters 2.
Dana's boss. Signor Weaver's boss. Signor Weaver's boss. He had
Mhm.
he had the weird hair.
Okay.
Yeah, Pierre. Yeah. I like Mr. Bean. I mean, one of my favorite movies with Rowan Atkinson, Rat Race. Rat Race is a good movie. Oh,
Hmm.
yeah, Vigo. Thank you. Rat Race is hilarious. But he did do also another Mr. Bean movie. Not very well known. And you know who was in that Mr. Bean movie? He made a couple appearances. William Dafoe.
Oh, remember the
No.
movie Willem Dafoe made in Mr. Bean's Holiday?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
man.
movie, Mr. Bean's Holiday.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness! Like I remember, like I watched that movie a couple times in my old movie club in middle school. Oh my! Like I that always killed me every time that scene, because I'm like, yo, and now I feel like that scene has aged like fine wine. It feels like it's aged like fine wine in today's era
Why
of film.
James Gunn should bring him back from Scooby Doo.
Who?
I mean, just bring him from a DC
Yeah, he
movie.
was in. Yeah,
Uh,
that would be kind of funny, actually. And now I want to watch a Mr. Bean movie. It's been a
Oh,
while.
he's hilarious, Mr. Bean.
Oh, I want to watch Mr. Bean's Holiday again. I love that movie. It's been ages. Oh, Playback Time, a Carson Clay film.
Oh man.
That was like that.
yeah.
I remember like it was like, were they like mimicking what Nolan would turn into years later? Because like looking at him, like this gives me a modern day Nolan vibe.
Oh
That
my
movie came
God.
out in 2007, like Mr. Bean's Holiday too.
What's one act? I mean, he's kind of more well known for Johnny English. Johnny English is supposed to be like comedic, I guess James Bond stuff, parody to make fun of that. Johnny English, you remember Johnny English?
Hmm.
Let's see, Johnny English. Who's in Johnny English? I know there's some people, very well known people in Johnny English. Well, I can say John Malkovich is from Johnny English. The hell? How is John Malkovich in Johnny English? John Malkovich is. I mean, John Malkovich is a perfect for a villain in DC or Marvel. I mean, was he almost Vulture?
Yeah, he was almost Vulture. I was gonna say
God,
that.
Yeah, Spider-Man 4.
Yeah,
He-
Spider-Man 4.
I would say he looks good.
Oh yeah, Aaron. What was your thoughts on the rumor that Sam Raimi was interested in making another Spider-Man movie?
Bullshit.
I think it's BS. Because
I don't
He
think
better
it's
do something
BS.
about it. He's
I do think so because
he better
it can't be.
somebody
I don't think it would be Spider-Man 4 because Spider-Man 4 would most likely be the Tom Holland Spider-Man, and I don't think they want to make
Well,
two Spider-Man.
no, it would be. Well, I think. I mean, they could make two Spider-Man 4s.
They're not.
I'm gonna say in the next 5 years, they're
Maybe.
gonna make this
Nonsense.
movie.
It's nonsense. Yeah,
Because the reason why I think it is there has to be some credence is one, we've never heard this before that they were going to make another movie. I mean, besides when they actually announced Spider-Man 4, and it's coming from an actor who obviously worked on the movies, who's close to Sam Raimi.
But
Brother, he also
Tom
said
Holland,
that
Tom
brother,
Holland
he-
basically said a couple months ago. They were like basically saying, yeah, Spider-Man 4 is going to happen. It just hasn't been.
Yeah,
official.
that his Spider-Man 4, but we're talking about the Sam Raimi
Yeah, but he
Spider-Man
also
4.
said
I know what
that-
Blinded saying.
Yeah, but he also said, yeah, me and Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige are talking for me to come back in MCU as Sandman. So,
Hmm.
We don't need Sandman to come back. He's not. He's just done.
I don't know about that part. I just feel like if they really were smart, a Spider-Man 4 would make a lot of money.
They're not.
And I would never say never. I think the door's been open. I don't see why you
It
couldn't.
would make more money than a lot of these comic book movies too.
And to be honest, I think there's a story there you could tell.
I mean, you can do like a legacy sequel kind of thing that would actually work. And plus, here's the thing: I feel like it'd be a different kind of Spider-Man film than what we usually get.
Yeah.
The problem I have with Spider-Man and media in general is like he never ages. We tell you a story of a Spider-Man in his 40s.
Here's my problem is I kind of don't really believe it, And my problem is it's a Sony's verse Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The one where we all shit on. Like, we need a Spider-Man in that universe.
No. Who says that it's going to be that Spider-Man? It could just be separate.
Also, here's what I think. I think deep down Sony realizes that this
Did you hear what
this Sonyverse that they're doing is not going to work. And they need something to get the money, because here's the thing: they don't get all that. They don't get 100% of the money with the MCU movies. They need something that can keep them relevant.
Yeah, if they do this, if he comes on, gets a good screenwriter, I really don't see the problem with this. It's like the only hurdle is to obviously get everybody back, which, I mean, realistically, it's just two actors.
And here's the thing that's changed. Tobey Maguire has been open and said like he'd be down for returning, which is a lot more than what Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland have been saying.
The reason why Andrew Garfield does not want to come back, they literally say it's because he wants Kevin Feige to be involved in making TASM 3. Right. Sony fired him because he insulted he
insulted the CEOs of Sony. Yeah.
But even like Tom Holland,
that's the reason why he came back to do No Way Home was because of Kevin Feige and stuff. Like, I know he said because of Toby. It wasn't Toby. That was not Toby. It was because of Kevin Feige came back. So like that's the reason why he wants to make TASM. He wants to make it. It's just that he wants Feige involved. He can't because Feige is busy with all these Sony with shit like this.
Yeah, with whatever is going on at Marvel Studios right now.
Bob Iger forcing him to do shit.
Because I'm to be honest, though, I don't really see a lot of these superhero movies doing all that well anyway, and I think it's like, because I'm sure down the road somewhere they're like, oh, we're gonna bring him back somewhere else, right? And it might just end up like Michael Keaton. Like Michael Keaton, I think, was just too late. They should have like brought him back way sooner, or even done a Batman 3. Like,
you know what also is? I think also a lot of younger people,
they don't know
used to Ben Affleck or even
they don't know Michael Keaton exactly.
Bale. And like, here's the benefit that Toby has. Young people are familiar with him.
Yes.
And I'm not just talking about people my age.
Yeah, because that was like 10 years ago.
Well, 20 years ago now.
It's like those movies, like those movies broke ground.
The thing is, yeah, I agree with you, George. But in 10 years now, that would be Tom Holland.
Yeah, in 10 years. But think about it. Unless Spider-Man 4 Tom Holland's version has the black suit, I don't think that movie's gonna do as well as they think.
Tom Holland.
I don't think they should rush Spider-Man 4 then. If he doesn't have the black suit.
Also, Tom Holland has hinted that unless you have like a really special story, he's hinting that he wants out of it. If
I don't really blame him.
Listen, like they're gonna take what they can get.
Yeah, he is getting typecast. Yeah.
What's he do? He wants to do Uncharted. Is that what he wants to do? A sequel to Uncharted?
Uncharted made a lot. Made money.
It was the highest movie in the pandemic.
Yeah, it was. It was, yeah.
And it's getting a sequel, I think.
Over 400 million.
But that's in 2022. It didn't make as much money as the $1 billion movies in 2022.
No,
it still made money, though.
It was 2021.
No, it was 2022. It was at the beginning.
Really?
Oh, no. Sorry. Hold on. You might be right. Hold on. Oh, it was. Okay. February 2022. Right. Okay. But that was... I still think that it still made a decent amount of money.
Top Gun and Jurassic World made billions that year.
Yeah, but that was still after.
$120 million budget.
I mean, the pandemic wasn't officially over to actually this year.
Yeah, how much is the budget, Anthony? Say it again.
It was 120. So yeah,
120.
It was good. It was good.
So I don't see why they couldn't make another Uncharted movie.
If it costs 120 to make, you keep making more.
Yeah,
I just don't think
I agree.
Uncharted. The problem with Uncharted is I think it was miscasting.
It is miscasting, but at this rate, who cares?
At this rate, if it's making money, it's making $400 million every time on a low budget.
Back in the day, they should have done Uncharted a long time ago.
It was gonna be when Infinity, it was
gonna be Billy and Bradley Cooper. I think
it was gonna be with both of them at one point.
Yeah,
I got to be honest though. Every choice that they had for Nathan Drake, I never liked. It's just I'm not like a big fan of any of the choices.
You
Like
know,
they're gonna
Sony's
do it with
doing
Ryan
it.
Reynolds.
You know, Sony's
Ryan
doing
Reynolds.
it.
Ryan Reynolds is not. I like Ryan Reynolds, but Ryan Reynolds does not fit Nathan Drake.
Yeah,
He,
like
he,
I
He
just
fit,
doesn't look like him. He doesn't look like
fit,
him.
he fits. I don't know. He fits probably one of the villains of the games. I don't know which.
Yeah.
Mm.
He
He a
doesn't fit
villain. He
Nathan
could play a
Drake.
villain, but not the character.
The closest to
Right.
me, the two closest to me that looks like Nathan Drake is Nathan Fillion and Bradley Cooper.
Even Nathan Fillion. I think Nathan Fillion would get super old very fast
he is
as
in his
Nathan
50s.
Drake.
So but I think the best one is Bradley Cooper.
No,
Bradley
I mean I think his jokes and his acting would get really stale. Like I don't think that would be enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
Nathan Fillion is kind of like a hit and miss actor in my opinion.
But Nathan Fillion kind of plays himself almost all the time.
Yeah.
He always does that every time, but it's just like as usual. I was like, oh, here we go. Jim's gonna bring him back again.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, whatever, dude. I hope he dies. I'm playing. He's not gonna die. But
And Mark Wahlberg as Scully.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was
I don't
also
understand like why you could have got Sam Elliott.
Oh.
Yeah, they could have got. It's stupid, man. I mean, I still think it could. Uncharted 2 could be better, but they need to like actually get a good script and like a better director.
Yeah.
And pick like something exciting. Yeah.
Like I like how they simulated the video game fight scenes, which is like, okay, that looks good. I like that. Please show me more of that if you make a sequel.
Yeah, they should do. Yeah.
Wow, guys, I'm gonna end it here. It's 10 o'clock. I really gotta go to the bathroom. I'm holding it in. Go plug yourself, Blighted. I know you're not doing YouTube right now, but you could plug your Monday show if you're allowed to.
Oh yeah. On Monday, I'm gonna be teasing something, but I'm gonna post it on Thread, so check that out there. So yeah.
Okay, Anthony, if you really could follow you,
just on Thread, the same name, Anthony Beltran.
Okay.
And
George.
Yeah, you can find me at the George. I reviewed Oppenheimer this weekend. I'm seeing Barbie tomorrow, and I'll be reviewing Barbie this weekend. I don't know when the next stream is going to be. Probably not until like the middle or end of August. But yeah, you can find me at the George, and I'll post the link in the chat. Here we go.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so subscribe to George. I guess next week, since Turtles is coming out earlier than usual,
August 2nd.
Yeah, so let's talk. The pop will be like maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. Maybe Tuesday, if I see it Tuesday, because even though it says it's coming out August 2nd, it usually comes out the day before. As you know, it's a Tuesday date, August 1st. You know, the typical, they say, oh, theaters August on a Friday, but everybody knows it comes out on Thursday. But in this case, since this movie's coming out on Wednesday, it's really coming out on Tuesday. Okay, whatever. So maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll do this Talk Pop or Talk Ninja Turtles spoilers. Are you guys seeing it early, or are you guys seeing it on the weekend?
I think I'm gonna see it early.
Okay.
Unless I have something to do, yeah, I'll probably see it early.
Probably have to wait until the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Yeah.
Peace, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.